Up. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Yeah, I know there was no audio. I know there was no audio because on on YouTube and on Facebook and all those places, they tend to mute the sound whenever we play a copyright music. And unfortunately, just now we were playing some music. So that was just for our friends over there on TikTok. Right? Yeah. It's the late one. It's Friday. TGIF Friday. And it's called Friday the 15th. It's called Fun Facts Friday. What's going on, Devon? Big up yourself. Yeah. Fun Facts Friday. What's going on, y'all? I trust that y'all are doing great. I trust that you all are doing great. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, my friend over there, TikTok? What's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all, my friends on YouTube? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Todo está bien? Sí. All right. All right. All right. What's going on there? Oh, okay. So let's plug this in over here. Cool beans. All right. So what's going on, y'all, man? I trust that y'all are doing great, as always. And my friends over here on TikTok. Big up yourself. Chuck Finley. What's popping, bro? I trust that all is well. All right. Now we can hear. Now we can actually hear our friends on on TikTok. We couldn't hear them earlier. Chuck, what's going on? Chuck, you might have to join us on the YouTube channel, man. I send you the link, huh? Because you're not coming through over on this side of town, so you... All right, let's check your WhatsApp, and I'll give you a link, and you can hop in over here if you so desire. All right. Well, yeah. Blessings, everybody. Greetings. How y'all doing? It's late, man. It's 10:05 on the PM, but we are here chatting up a storm, kicking up a storm. I know that name, yeah. Omar Woodbine. So the man who is dubbed to replace the principal in Western St. Mary is a gentleman they call Omar Woodbine. He is the new candidate for the People's National Party, going up against the great going up against he's going up against Robert Montague, and the gentleman name is Woodbine. We're not going to give him any mileage over here. We don't give comrade mileage on this platform. It's just the truth. There's no if, ands, or but about it. We just don't give comrade any safe haven over here. But he was a contractor on the water project. and in a big water project over there in Western St. Mary, and now he is going up against Robert Montague. His name is Omar Woodbine. Folks, let me tell you, whether we want to like it or not, the Jamaica Labour Party have a lot of work to do. Whether we want to accept it, yes or no, the fact of the matter is we have a lot of work to do. So for those who believe that this is a walk in the park and we can continue to exercise this high level of complacency and arrogance in some cases, we no better wake on our ass up. Here is work to do. When the PNP are run up and down on a campaign, 14 parishes for 2.5, 3 years, spreading propaganda and misinformation, Labour rights were busy laughing at them. Oh, look at you, you're running around in the country, blah, 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 blah. And we disregard it and we talk shit about it. Well, it came back to bite us in the butt because we took it for granted. I've always said on this platform, when a lie is told and it is left unchallenged, it becomes true. When a lie is told and it is left unchallenged over a period of time, it becomes true. When comrades are on road and a crisscross country and they're all over spread propaganda, we were just laughing. Oh, don't worry about them, man. They're just a bunch of idiots running around. Well, sorry, but they prove that was not so, right? They prove that was not the case. But this cap not gonna work out, man. What? Are they wrong cap this? Anyway, yeah. Betsy Powell, good evening. Jadi, enough respect. You know, Mr. Morgan, okay, you're so interested in. Have I not given you all my opinion on that? Motherfucker, I didn't give my opinion. I gave you what the facts are. And I'm telling you and anybody what the facts are where that division is concerned. You are concerned about what aspect of it. You might want to come in the box and tell me, man. Let me put a copy of it. Let me put a link. Jump. Here's a link. If you have question, click that link and you can come through and ask a question. Jadi, I want to understand exactly what you're asking. You say you are interested in hearing the postmortem from Mr. Morgan. You have to call Mr. Morgan about that, brother. I can't tell you what my perspective on it is, but I know it is. And I'll tell Mr. Morgan that's what it is. Right? Because I know exactly what caused us to lose that division. I'm going to ask Christ. I tell you something, no. I know exactly why we lose it. We lost it for some reasons. And those reasons are valid reasons.
But Chops.
Yes, I
said it on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
That a pebble rolling down a hill.
Become a boulder, man.
If Andre could become a boulder.
It becomes a boulder over time, bro. And when it becomes a boulder, you can't stop it. No matter how good you be.
Sympathize them. We cannot allow them to go unchallenged.
You sit and you allow a political party to crisscross the country 3-4 times, telling people that the grass is not green, telling people that what is actually in their hands is not true. And you expect, and you have not countered it, and you expect that people wouldn't buy it. They bought it to line and sinker. They bought it hook, line, and sinker. And I'm telling you that without any fear of contradiction or any fear of apology.
Yes, sir.
They bought it hook, line, and sinker, my brother.
I said it from day one. I say, when Marky G called a press conference and lied to the Jamaican people about NHT, we should have called a press conference immediately and responded.
We don't believe in that. We believe that the Jamaican people will figure it out. Let them figure it out. That's a habit we have. And I'm telling you that if we don't change,
that cannot be the
if you don't change when the facts change, you will remain an idiot. And I'm saying it without.
Prime Minister back going into the general.
Huh?
I forgot lighten the load on the Prime Minister.
Look here. I'm not talking about no load because some of the things lie within the halls of the highest office. Okay? We have to lead, we have to shake what needs to get shake up. A time to shake up the cabinet, shake up the not just cabinet, shake up the party. Forget about government. Government will work good. Government is doing what government ought to do. Grow the economy and provide the resources. Okay? The government is performing excellent.
The party need a dedicated GenSec.
But look here, me not talk about no GenSec, not dedicated GenSec. Has nothing to do with dedicated GenSec. You can ride down through gum. A GenSec cannot be somebody who's... And yes, me hear people with this bullshit argument all the time, you know. Me hear people with this bullshit argument all the time. Oh, we need a different GenSec. Oh, we need... Nah. A GenSec need a team. Your GenSec must have a seat at the... Hold on a second, sir. Your GenSec must have a seat at the... Having a GenSec that have to rely on second-hand information is a waste of time. That's not how political parties operate. Your general secretary must have a seat at the table. What you need is more coming out of that office. Simple. I mean, I'm going into the details of that because that is not for public consumption. Right?
Need to be fixed.
That is where the problem lies. That is exactly where the problem lies. See, the gentleman just said it a while ago. That is where the problem lies.
Is that Mr. Greg
Oh.
doing the part?
So you don't talk about GenSec. The problem lies right at the local level. Right down at the local level. Don't worry about no GenSec. GenSec, all right. GenSec need the seat right at the table where the GenSec is. When it comes down to the local level, that's where your problem lies. So, one can sit down there. But anyhow, the argument is when you leave a political party to run around and crisscross the country, spreading propaganda without checking them,
their lies become facts.
it's people buy it. And people bought it so much so. People bought it so much so. People bought it so much so that they believe that some of the things that these guys said is actually true when it's a lie. Okay? That's how bad it's gotten. It has gotten to the level. It has gotten to the level where you start to believe some of the lies when the people come around and say. So that's why a new posture must be taken now.
Even labor right believe some of the lies.
Exactly. You have labor right to repeat it.
Yes.
And labor right start to repeat it to the extent that they believe it. Yes. And some of them believe it to the extent that they start to think, am I supporting the right cause? Eh? When a political party can go to tell people it's a lie, the labor right them a tell. No new hospital now built in Jamaica. A lie them a tell. No new road no open. A lie them a tell them now repair no clinic. Yeah, people who told me a lie not tell about 100 odd police station got repaired and refurbished. Huh? They told me that. So that tells you that if they start to believe it, and if they continue to repeat it, there's always a buyer out there, you know. No matter how stupid the idea is, there's enough idiot in this world to buy it. And what I saw on display at this last local government election, it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder, and I have to start think, you know, how do we now approach the people? We're live on YouTube, folks on YouTube. Please, just go ahead and share the live now. I could see if we can get this number up for a minute. We're late, it's late night. We're just having a little chit chat here. But my folks on TikTok, take it from me, man. Blessings, Anthony. How you do? Blessings. If you don't counter the heavily mobilized propaganda machine, we're going to be in some trouble. Because when people start to buy lies and some people start to take it for free, you don't even have to sell them, they just buy it. You have a problem. So we work cut out for we. Big time. Good night, Rose. How you doing? We work cut out. We have a lot of work cut out for us. My brethren, same one here the analysis on Moko division. Right. Donald Trump has been extremely consistent to the extent that he managed to convince a significant chunk of voters in the United States, even when people know that he's telling a lie, he double down and triple down on it. And those lies becomes true in the mind of some folks. Anjo, as I said before, the 20 plus media houses in Jamaica are not highlighting the developments. I don't know if highlighting the developments is a problem. Because what we saw at the polls the other day was not a lack of highlighting the development. The development in Jamaica has been highlighted. It is on the device of every Jamaican. It is staring them in the face. There are persons who receive personal benefits. There are persons whose road leading to their houses have been repaired. And those same persons did not come out and vote. We must ask ourselves the question, what is happening there? When you give a person a house and that person refuses to come out and support the government that provide them with a shelter, free of cost, and you refuse to come out and support the government that gave you that, then you have to start asking yourself the question, what is happening? What is happening? When you provide personal benefits for persons who in communities, and when you go back to them and ask them to support you in the elections, they tell you no. Some of my friends said it's the wrong person who got the house. They can't support that because the houses, when the prime minister giving away these houses, they're not giving away to party supporters. They're giving away to Jamaicans. They're given to Jamaicans, irrespective of your political affiliations. So you're not chosen for a house simply because you're a JLP or PNP. It should be based on your economic conditions. Tayyira saying something about the middle class. You're saying the middle class and the poor are majority of the voters, and they did not see the need to vote. Well, let me explain something to you. If the poor didn't vote and the middle class didn't vote, then who voted? Because the upper class certainly did not vote. The upper class has never voted, really. They have never participated in the voting process except for 1980, when they were staring down the barrel of communism. That's the only time they voted. When they felt like Michael Manley was taking Jamaica right into the jaws of communism. That's when they voted, Chuck. But they have not voted since. They haven't voted since. Voting in Jamaica is always left up to what is dubbed the common man. And who runs this country is perhaps the most critical decision that Jamaicans can make. One of the most important decisions for Jamaicans to make is to decide who runs the country. Right? Yeah. Right? So that's it. And then that's such an important function is left up to the lowest among us in terms of, and I say lowest is not in a derogatory term, but those persons who have the least resources and engage at the lowest level. They are the ones who are left to make the critical decision. And I was saying, even before the elections, that if the upper class in society, in Jamaica, don't see the need to support a political party that creates an environment for them to become successful, then we have a problem. I know we have a problem. When a man receives, as I said to you before, a house, and not even a house couldn't swing his vote or get him to leave his house and go out and support the political party. That tells me that we have a problem. I don't know how else to put it, but we have a problem, a very serious problem. Because a house to me...
We understand a problem then.
Say that again?
We understand a problem then.
How we're going to solve that problem?
Yeah.
Well, there are some problems, you know, that doesn't require external forces to solve it. These are problems that have been created internally. Some problems you have to leave them alone and let them solve themselves, you know. Because let me ask you this. If you provide, what is perhaps the most important support that one could get from government? If you ask me the dead of night, I will tell you that one of the most important things that any individual could get from government is a roof over their head. And if you are given a house and you still, if that not motivate you to vote, or we could look at it another way. If a political party gives you and provides you with a shelter, a house over your head, free of cost, and you are still willing to take 5,000 or 10,000 from somebody to go and vote for them or vote against that, how do you fix that? What is there to fix?
That's hard to fix.
You get where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
It's a waste of energy to try and see if we can fix that. There's no fixing where that is concerned. You give a man a house. A house is something that somebody worked their entire life just to achieve.
That person, that not of mine.
So, how do you fix that? These are not things that you can fix.
How do you fix that?
Huh?
That person, that not of mine.
There's nothing there to fix. Some things you have to just leave it alone and let it die by itself, because I can't tell you how to fix that. I can't tell you how to fix that, you know. You provide a man with the ultimate prize, lifetime prize of a roof over them head, and they don't vote for the political party that provide them with such resources. Then something...
That every man dream, you know. They are also on their head.
Right. And you are given a house. And you, when the time comes to go and vote, you say you're not vote. Huh?
Rough.
Think about it, my brethren. You think about it. This is no joke. This is serious shit. So you're not voting. Huh?
For you that person like that still. You can't understand the problem there. You have to just go in. You have to just him at the time.
Boy,
But
it's sad. Greetings.
people take time, sometimes, because I've witnessed somebody who, in my community, who got land, right? And when I asked the person, will you vote? She said, yes, but I won't vote for your side. Someone said, but my side provide you with the land, which you know reside on, your children don't reside on that land, so why you won't vote for the party? Because we are PNP. You understand me? So it doesn't matter what you do for them. As long as they are aligned with a party, they will vote for that party. It doesn't make any sense at all, because I witnessed in my area also a person vote against my caretaker, and I asked her, why did you vote PNP? He said, the council not good, the council not good man, deserve to be a councillor. But yet you voted for him. I said, we had plans for the community, so you vote against that. But my PNP still, you understand me? So it's a mindset. And if we can't change our mindset, if we say, I'm not going to vote online of being aligned to a party and vote on issues, we have big problems. A person not dieting, not sit on the party. No matter you're treated.
You have labor rights who are like that too.
Yeah.
You have labor rights who are like that too. It's gonna take work to rebuild the mindset of the people, because the people, I think it's important for us to start vote on issues, vote on the work, start to look at the work and not just the last minute argument that comes to your feet. Larry, how you do? Larry Perry. But even with the self-benefit, my brother, that's what I'm saying to you. It's difficult to analyze what took place on the 26th. Because there are persons who have received personal benefits and did not participate or voted the opposite way. So you have to now start to think what really happened. This person said something here just now. Labor rights underestimated the PNP, and I think you're correct.
Definitely.
I believe you're onto something there. I said it on the onset when I just came on. I said it, that we sat and watched the PNP crisscross the country, and all we did was to laugh at them and use it as talking points. Oh, look at you! You're running around. You've been campaigning for 3 years. And you don't mean nothing. And it is not true. They were campaigning for 2.5 years and they got the momentum they're looking for. No. Was it adequate? And we can look at it. We can look at it with an open view. And it is fair to say that even after 2.5 years of campaigning around the country, you did not galvanize enough support to win a majority of the municipal corporations at the election. And that speaks volume as well. So there's a lot of ways we can look at it, because that is also a fact. It is factual that the PNP did run around the country 3 or 4 times, campaigning non-stop. And even after all that campaigning, they did not galvanize enough support to overturn the municipal elections in their favor. That speaks volume too. I don't want us to look at it from one side. Look at it from both sides. There's positives and there's negatives in there. I think what is hurting a lot of persons is that we have gotten so comfortable with winning and winning big that when we win, if you don't win big, you don't consider it a win. You know what I mean? It's like qualifying for. Yeah, go ahead, Adivi. What you say?
What you say is you said that thing about momentum.
Yes.
If we went back to the history of the media the other day.
Yes.
Before the PM came out, right?
Yes.
Remember they were saying that the PNP have the momentum.
Yes.
And all of it culminated up in when they September when they had their thing. What they call it again?
Conference.
Conference.
Yes.
Right. So they had the momentum, big, way ahead.
Yes.
Seeming. And then the last 15 days now, after the election was called, and the PM make the one little run, it bring us back, and they were saying, "No, now JLP now have the momentum," and then the polls are showing 1% lead or 3% lead for the JLP. You understand me? So it work out same like how they wanna say, but they must not forget it because CM Clip made these comments, right? But now we must say, well, something they have the momentum, but that is not the case. In the last office, we had the momentum. You understand me?
Yeah, but think about all right. So let's dissect what you just said a while ago, David.
Well, the CM Clip you said something now?
If it is that the PNP had the momentum after campaigning for 2.5 years, and they had the momentum but not enough to really tip the scale, and we started campaigning 14 days or 15 days after the calling of the elections, and we were still able to partially motivate the base of the JLP and was able to hold on to majority of the municipal councils. What if the JLP was campaigning for 2 years? What if the Prime Minister was out every Sunday at every area council, touring constituencies, talking to the council's caretakers, getting the councillors riled up?
We don't want them out.
What would have happened?
We don't want them out landslide. That's a fact. And I want to add one other variable to it. We keep saying 2.5 to 3 years of campaigning of the PNP.
Yes.
But the PNP has been out there politically from 2015.
Well, yes, they haven't stopped. They paused when they had the change of leadership. They paused for a little bit to sort that out. But that did not stop them.
That was not a pause. And I remember I said, bad news is good news. It's marketing. Sorry. Right? So when they were having their struggle, they were out there. It was PNP bad. You weren't there in JLP good that time. We just playing government. We're not playing politics. And we must always balance both politics and government.
Right. Right. So that's part of the problem. So while we can look at it and think that there are some negatives in there because the thing did not come down the way we wanted it or the way we measured it up. But the truth is,
governance will win with these people in Jamaica. Governance now win. You have to play politics. So.
Governance will win, but governance must be practiced with politics. You can't go down fixed road until God come from heaven. You could pay every road to everybody's house. I mean, hope. You see, God love Jamaica, you know. And hold on a second. Let me just turn this off really quick. But God love Jamaica, David, and others. God love Jamaica. Let me tell you why I say that. It is a work of the Almighty why we had a local government election to open the eyes of some of these members of parliament and others who believe that they know it all. God do it. Let me tell you why I say that. Just think about some of these members of parliament who did not win no damn election in 2020. They didn't win the election in 2020. They slide home smoothly on the back of Andrew Michael Holness. That's how a lot of them came to power. But you can't tell them that because they're not humble enough to accept. They'll tell you how much them spend I know they're well organized, and when you talk about, oh, we're doing the political work and the work continues and blah blah blah, and they're all over Facebook, they're all over Twitter. They post picture here, they post it there. Yeah, but ask them. Let me tell you something, Bridget. It's because some things me just can't say it. It's because some things I cannot and will not say. But let me tell you something. Some of those folks who came over on Andrew's coattail. Let me turn this down a little bit. Some of those folks who came over on the Prime Minister's coattail and they're of the mindset that they won in 2020. I hope you all will take note of what I've been saying for the last 3 years. I've been saying it for the last 3 years. You won nothing. You're fortunate enough to have a prime minister that the people love, and the people came out, and the people supported Andrew Holness in 2020. They supported him in 2016, and they came out in numbers, and you slid home on his back. That's what happened. So now you start to run ahead of yourself. And when you say to them that, folks, you are not doing any political work, you post on Facebook here, you post on Facebook there. And if you ask you, what sort of mechanism you have in place to enumerate people and to add people to the voters list, most of them can't tell us because they don't have it.
have none.
They have zero. Now, I'm not going to say some of the things I want to say here, because I know that I will get an opportunity to sit in a place where I can look some of these MPs in the eye, looking at them eyes straight up and say, you guys are worthless, or not arrogant, or not listen. I want to look them in the eyes and tell them, and say you don't know nothing about political organization. I want to look them in the eyes and tell them, because I really don't. Some of them you need to take with them phone and cut them off of social media. Take with them Facebook and them this and them that from them. Because they believe that can win election. Posting here and the work go on and the work this and the work that. And ask them, what sort of political organization are you putting in place? What mechanism do you have to bring voters to the polling station and get it in a box? What mechanism do you have to track the persons who come on to the voters list every period? What enumeration activities do you have? How much money are you spending to put people on the voters list?
John, let me say something here, and I'm glad you made that point, because these people, they don't support their workers in terms of, you say, all right, we have another person to be enumerated. Can we get somebody to take them to the EOJ so that they can get enumerated? They turn a blind eye.
That's not important to them, because that's not the sexy part of the job. You know what is the beautiful part of the job for them? It's how much posts them can get on Facebook each day. Right? And how much comments and how much share. Okay? That is what is important to them. You ask them, have they gone through their canvas list properly? PD by PD. And identify every JLP voter. You ask them these questions. They're lost. They don't know. Enough of them you ask these questions, they don't know. But they'll tell you that they won.
Good night, teacher and everyone. Leroy, big up on yourself. Good night.
Blessings. You get blessings and virgin. Give thanks.
I'm Chaps Media.
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters. Yeah. And Leroy, blessed good night again. Yeah, you see, when me used to in the Burbridge division where we win the other day, from 1998 we did to take that seat there. 2003. But we did have a local representative and our member of parliament because Burbridge division with the girl win when near Marlene back in a Key Valley direction there, so. It's a seat where me did for running a council for, you know, and I didn't go. When them asked me, I carried that girl and give to them. And the member of parliament, Ernie Smith, did kind of mess her up and she did come out clean out of politics and gone from a left country to and come a whole and come out of politics. But when Andrew get 2011, I decided so I have to go down and vote and I can vote for him same way. Although I never vote 97 for him, did mess up a lot of us and make we stand off because we didn't want to get rid of him. But Xavier come 2016 and take it over, and Mr. Hill was there and Mr. Hill run and last, and the people them decide say them want back Marlene Thompson, that are the girl will win it now, and Xavier put off him and Mr. Hill. We talked to him and him stepped down. But when I was there organizing that division, as a youth, grew up in the community, and me as a stalwart at the party, right? I don't wait on the member of parliament to tell me as a stalwart to get person numerate. I is the one that look out to through the community and get the youths them. When we know say we want them to vote for our party, so we always be there. So you can't leave all of that and the members of parliament alone. The some of the runner them and the person.
The members of listen, runner now have no responsibility for numerate nobody, brother. Now tell me no, listen, hey, my brethren, respectfully, listen, respectfully, slow down. Respectfully, slow down. Don't tell me about runner. Have responsibility. Hold on a second, man. Political organization must be done properly. You don't leave runners to organize. Runners need direction. And the direction, listen, the direction must come from the head. The constituency have a chairman. The division have a chairman. It is their responsibility to put these systems in place so that other people can carry it out. Don't tell me about leaving it up to persons. No, go so. It has to be. If you
understand what I say, if you're die-hearted and liar, I'll take my.
Have nothing to do with die-hearted. You could have die-hearted till God come. 25 persons die-hearted cannot run an enumeration activity. Sir, respectfully. My boss, me want you listen to me and listen to me carefully. What you're saying is not political work. And also politics run. You hear me I tell you? Sir, you could have 500 persons out there. If it is not coordinated and centralized, it's a waste of effort. It's a waste of effort, my friend.
But me no waste none.
Boss, man, just listen to me I tell you, man. Just listen to me I tell you. You must learn. Just listen to me I tell you. Your work, if you're not the person at the top, I'm saying political organization starts with the person at the top. What you're trying to say to me, what you're trying to tell me, is that if the MP now do it, it must be if the sir, if the MP now do it, he must leave the work. That is it. Stop there, sir. Me say it stop right there, sir. If the MP and the chairman of the division or the chairman of the constituency not putting in the organization structure to get people on the list and to put a system in place to carry them to the ballot, they must let it work.
All right, Chaps Media, listen.
No water down to nobody else. Leave the work. It is your problem. It is not, sir. It is not the duty of no runner or no anybody for organize. Organization starts at the top, and if you not do it that way, then it will not be structured. It will be if you have 20 people out there, enumerate persons. How do you get that information into one space? How do you analyze the information? If every Sunday when you have, hold on a second, sir. If every Sunday when you have verification and you tabulate the verification who is going to get that information and look at it and analyze it? So if the EOJ goes out in the constituency every Sunday and verify 50 persons, who is going to look at the names, address, telephone number, and the data from that 50 persons who've been verified this Sunday? Who is going to take that information, analyze it, and know who is JLP or who is PNP or who is no P? Who is going to do it? The runners?
All right, Chops Media.
May I ask if it's the runner going to do it?
Chops Media. Then if I could explain, you have to listen.
Go on, may I listen to you now? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Listen how I do it. I was a leader in the community. I is the one that called the member of parliament as soon as somebody for enumerate. I call them. I take my car, carry them.
Dada, what me I try to tell you, so your system no work and I say it to go.
Well,
I keep telling you that you are an anomaly. You are an outlier. And that's how it's supposed to go. How many persons you have like you? We're going to take them care and them resources and go get it done.
No, you talk, but you don't go like them. What me I say, me do.
But what you do is you want to do that. That's not how it's supposed to be, sir. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. How many persons do you have like you? We're going to take your care and go do it. How many persons?
I just tell you, say labor right? This is how we feel organized. And I was the one that certain things did happen to because of the organization when me have and me lead it and try to make politicians know say. You
know the word you used a while ago? You know one of the most popular words that comes out of your vocabulary just now?
Yeah.
Me, I, me.
Just now?
You know that?
Yeah.
That is the word that comes out of your vocabulary. The most prominent word that you use so far is me, I. And that is the problem we have. We have too much I and too much we, too much me. We don't have enough we. Because we can't rely on it. It cannot be an individual task, my brother. What I'm simply saying to you,
I didn't say it is an
for you to have a successful organization politically, it must be coordinated. It must be centralized.
Yes.
So tomorrow is Sunday.
MP said to me, say, when a young youth come up in our community, call me. When him near for
the MP need to know when the young youth come up too. The MP need to know that too. What if you don't know? Will an MP leave his faith? Tell you already, so you keep on measuring yourself, thinking that everybody's like you. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, Jumper.
Good night.
Good night. I come into your triple. Go ahead, David. Come into your triple.
I listen to your conversation, right? And God bless. We misunderstand what you say by how you posture it. Because what you would try to present is that once we team up the way him has said, and it centralized from the top point, then it work, right? And you have said him is an outlier.
Yes.
Outlier in that him an anomaly.
Yes.
You may have one person can do it and it work, but it not gonna work right across the board. Exactly. You know? So, but people misunderstand how you are said. From me, I listen to it. If somebody just come in and listen, it's all like I tell him say it can't work that way there. No?
All right, let me tell you how me look at certain things, David. You see any system you have where you push to the limit?
No. Hold on, Jack.
Go ahead.
What me assessing is when you have a multiplicity of people like you, God bless, go under the umbrella with the point at the apex. And everything works through the apex, it works out. That happening in my division. See? When you individual, you alone do it and the rest not do it. You alone spend your money and do the thing there. Everybody not organized to know how much money can make we work this thing. Because why am I saying that? What I say is a systemic thing in my deal with. See? One man know a system. Make we spread it right across another constituency and work the system there through one point. See? But what I said, chaps, when you say it the way you said, it will sound like say boy, you fight. What he must say yes, but you're right.
All right. Let me tell you what I say. Me is a man who driven by data and facts. Me no reason things in isolation of facts.
Yeah.
Any system you test, you have to push it to the limit. If you build a car that goes 240 miles an hour, for you to be confident that this car can actually function, you have to push that car to 240 miles an hour. It has to go to the limit. So any system, whenever you're analyzing whether or not a system works, you have to bring it to the ultimate. While the gentleman is saying that what he did and continues to do work in his geography, put it to the 63 and it failed. Because whenever you have a system that cannot bear the weight of the maximum threshold, it will fail. I am saying to you, you do not have enough individuals in the GLP and possibly in the PNP that will do what this gentleman have done. So to set that as the method for winning, you're setting yourself up to fail. You have to design a system that can withstand the entire organization. And the system that the party, funny enough, the party already have it. It's not something we have discovered. The party already have it. What we need to focus on is to get the actual system that the party have, to get it to work, to get it to function. And how do you do that? By holding the persons who are responsible for making the system work, holding them accountable. You know who those persons are? The chairman of the constituencies and the chairman of the divisions. You know that there are MPs out there now, right now, who have not spent a single penny on putting a mechanism in place to add people to the voters list.
Yep.
You know that? Think about that aspect of the whole political organization. Getting people enumerated so they can vote. That is perhaps the single most important function. And there are MPs right now who have not spent a single dime and putting in a system to get that done. Think about it. Now, there are some who rely on people like the brethren there. So me not have to spend the money on the man because you have people like him who will just go out there, go enumerate some people, and there are persons who will just walk to the electoral office and get enumerated.
In a systemic patrol.
So if you don't do that, my brother, and I'm not knocking what you have done, don't misinterpret me, not knock it. I'm simply saying it cannot withstand the overall setup of the party, because if you push it to the limit, it'll go fail. Why it'll go fail? Because there's a not.
I'm just trying to share with you. So when we are loyal to our party, these are the things that some of we loyal need to do. That's our member of parliament come up to the place, because that's what I do. I don't wait on my member of parliament in my community. I can go down there and ask anybody about me. Them say this man is the godfather when he moved here. We kick back to school cheap. My buy book and pencil, take it to school. Numeration. And it's only when me invite MP know me I do them. You understand me? Because me have a syndicate of people on the hill, round the corner when me call them and say, yo, me have to do this. So you want me? You have nobody a coverage for New Maria, just make me know. You have nobody a January for New Maria, call me, make me know. You have nobody a Buyema, make me know. And you see, as long as them call me and me know, me do the party work, because me and the MP was no friend. That is Ernie Smith. But me do the work for the party.
Did Ernie Smith win?
To get in it. And him always win. Till one time I didn't vote.
All right, and you know why that happened? Because Ernie Smith depended on you. If Ernie Smith had a system in place, let me tell you about systems, my brethren. When you put a system in place, a proper system, a 5-year-old can run it. That's why systems is important, because when you put it in place, it works. When you depend on individual, if an individual wake up tomorrow morning and decide saying piss off with the MP, him gone.
Exactly what did
I want you to listen to me, brother. You see why I come right back to what I'm saying? I want you to listen to me, my brethren. Anytime you depend on an individual or any individual to single-handedly put his system, listen what Barsi, listen what me say now. Me tell you a while ago, one of the things that I noticed in your conversation, you said, you did it, you know. You put these things together. It was dependent on you. There was nobody else. So the minute you drop your hand, MP dead.
Yeah, because when I call him and I said to him, say, the representative is poor, Mamas. The people them say they not see you. The people them say they not come to them. I get upset with me when me and him have clash with me.
Yo.
Tell about him mother and them thing there and then he just piss off.
And that caused him the election, right?
Right.
Because he had his faith and hope and trust in one man.
No one. It's
Well,
disrespect. When I disrespect the people them, and the people them in turn out from him because it wasn't me alone no vote. All who wrong and all who did it.
You had an influence in the persons who didn't vote. You had an
getting the numeration up, you know. That's if him just have manners to the people them and respect the people and stop this people.
You have an influence in who didn't vote, right? Because you could influence the persons who did not vote. No, I said you could.
I am not going. But if you don't want to go on, I don't tell nobody not to do it. I don't. That is not the type of person I am because I love Labour Party. But you diss me and I could try for it. And them things that it piss me off. I'm just say, yo, what? Let me left and go with that whole over. You understand me? I'm just leave sentence. And what happened? Him win the first one, the second one, he lose it. You understand me? Because what? Me not there if you organize nothing more. Me not there if you help him again. And people, when me a good like sell show, they must say, boy, boss, if me they follow you, me say, yo, what, man? We don't do what I do. Me just leave on MP because what? Me not stay and make him hurt me. So me leave on. You understand? But this is a chap's media.
God bless.
You have a virgin.
You say you had influence on the people, all right? Good night. You have influence.
Good night.
And then you say you not go vote. Where thing go happen? They not go vote either.
Triple.
So when you say directly, you know, you not go vote, them not go vote either.
You don't have to tell them no vote, brother. Them follow your lead. But what I know, the brethren, my brethren, leadership matters, man. And I am saying to you, Triple, yeah. Come in. Let me hear Triple. Triple, come in. Betsy Powell, go easy, man. We're having a conversation. If you want to participate in the conversation, there's a link in the chat. You feel free to jump in and participate if you want to. All right, there's a link. You can click the link and you can come into the chat and you can voice your opinion just like the gentleman just now. The gentleman have an issue with the exchange. If you have an issue with it, jump in and say your partner, man. You don't need to tell me about, you don't have to tell me that. A long time I do this, But upon this from 2015. You don't have to tell me when and how to say it. Me been me from ever since. And nobody no dictate to me how to speak. Everybody know my passion for politics. The gentleman and I have in an exchange. If you don't like the exchange, then just say go. Me not going to speak to please you. Me and the gentleman have a discussion. Him passionate about him politics, me passionate about my politics. Just the same. Both of we are labor right. We can have the discussion. If you can't deal with it that way, the brother just say go. Anyway, Triple, come through.
No, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Let me explain something and Triple come in.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, my brother.
When I in my division, a man come to me and say, I want Liza. Me take my own money buy and say the MP give me for buy. A man come to me and say, I want water boat. Me take my own money buy it and say the MP because I bash the MP and them thing there. Him come to me and him said to another said come and say they want seats. Me don't go to MP for certain things. Me try because what? Me was a loyal supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party. Me is a person that benefit through the free education go to grade 10. When me drop out of grade 10 I now got grade 11. and me benefit from all those free part come up to where the money start and I guess I'm job out 1994-93. Me not got grade 10 at school. And me get up and put myself as a business person and push myself. And me I try to tell myself, the way I'm loyal to the Jamaica Labour Party. And the youth them in my community because I go down what you know the greatest thing to me I wasn't there. You see when I look at the youth them on the ground when the council girl come there and see me. I say, you're a leader, you there? They said, yeah, me could not tell you about with your vote. I'm yeah, your vote come here, I'm going to see a big man. The amount of money it costs me this up. Because everybody so happy for see me because a long time them not see me. Man from town, and everybody get money for go home. I was the only one don't go to the girl for $1 because I tell her that I going to support her to win. Because it's me and that's her and put her in IC for a minute to go. You understand me? So we just have to tune my brothers and sisters. Some of the time, make we do some of the work. That's why we just have beg. Make we do some of the work. Get the people enumerate. That's when we can bring our MP. We still have the people enumerate and stick to me. Me carry one. But they say, me and my neighbor. Voting for Labour. Somebody try to get me and my neighbor. Enumerate. That's how me see it. Bless and thanks.
No, I'm a virgin.
You know why Ernest Smith lose? Because based on what you will say, before I make my point, let me correct you a little. Why Ernest Smith lose is because you are the fire, the people them are the gas, Ernest Smith are the pot, right? So without the fire, the pot can't cook. Without the gas, the pot can't cook.
Right? Very good example. And that's all I'm trying to say. So as an MP, if you set up that sort of system where you're depending on individuals, when the individuals drop them hand, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. So to set up the mechanism and the organization, it has to be coordinated by the chairman.
Mm-hmm.
You must have access to every data. You must know what is happening. You must control the data coming in. You must be a part of analyzing the data. You must provide leadership.
Exactly.
Respectfully, my brethren, that mechanism that you are practicing, it facilitates laziness on MPs.
Mm-hmm. And laxative.
And then become lackadaisical and tardy. Them no move, them no know. They are MPs now. They are MPs now, my brethren, who don't even know the numbers. They don't know the numbers. They don't know what numbers them supposed to get out to win. They don't know what needs to come from where. They don't know.
Yeah.
Because I know a guy like you in my constituency. Him bring out the guys them as him see them leave high school, so I go turn 18. Him carry them go get them numerate.
Yeah, man, adapt the one.
And all of a sudden him just stop because him carry them go numerate. When him carry them go numerate, a different people them go vote for.
Precisely.
So him stop.
How many persons, how many MPs can manufacture 100 persons in their constituency, like the gentleman a while ago, who is willing to go in and pack it and spend his own money to make the MP look good? How many persons have like that?
Not a lot.
And which MP wants to create that either? Because when you do, your future now lie in the hands of a few. Because the minute those power brokers drop them hand pan, you're dead. The minute you say no to them, you're dead.
What's up, You know, I commend the God bless because not a lot of people would have done that. In my division, I have probably about 3 or 4 persons who has been doing that over the years. Baby feed, light bill, prescriptions, all of that. I personally have been doing that over the because party look good. You understand me? But at the same time, when you have an MP, they should support you so you can help the community. At the end of the day, when I happened to get married and I called the officer and said, we have this to do. We stop for my money and send them. They have a car. Let them send the car for them and take them back.
Let me say something to you.
Every day somebody got to go out of their pocket and do it. They have an office there. They must have a point in the area to get it married.
Good night, everyone. I want to raise a point. I like the level of dedication, right? But for me, to be honest, I support the Jamaica Labour Party because what they do, they don't give handouts. They are saying, stop depend on Mama Sugar, right? Go out and go work and buy some sugar and give Mama too. So when people are doing these sort of things, what happens is that people believe that this is what politician is all about. And what you might find is that the politician that you are working for don't necessarily believe in that. What should happen more or less is that you have several training programs by art and whatsoever. Find the use them, encourage the use them, get a role model from the art trust or whatever training facility. Come in and show the use them one and two things. Because if we continue with this thing where we're not saying that it's only come to grandma and grandpa and those who basically can't really, and the person will not give everybody to help themselves, that's a different situation. I want Jamaica to be rid of this kind of thing where we feel entitled, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not going to work well for the country. It's not going to work well for the country. Believe you me, I wish I just every day I beg God, because this country can be extremely great. It can become extremely great.
This country is great, man. We just don't know the greatness of this country.
Yeah. But I understand what you're saying about the handout mentality. It's not about the handout, you know. The thing, the real situation is in the community, there are people who are really vulnerable, who are really assistant. You understand? So if they come and say they want to help them with their medication or help them with their light bill or buy food for the children, there's no way you cannot help them. You understand me? You have to help me. Yes, you find ways. So how a girl, they make $1,300 a week and have 3 kids to maintain, pay rent, daycare. It can't sometimes, it cannot go, it cannot work. You understand me? So they're going to need assistance. So that's our job to try and steer them in the right direction, try to get assistance for them. And no matter how handout, you know, but they need help.
Yeah.
Where, Georgie?
JC Hutchinson. People complain about him the most.
Well, him bring home all the division.
All the times at the organization.
So, it's important.
Exactly.
And that is what I'm speaking to. And if we continue to believe that there anything else can run politics except a good organization, you make a sad mistake.
Yeah, man.
You make a sad mistake. You see the process of adding people to the voters list, my brother, and the process of taking people to the ballot is the two most important functions in politics. If there's money to be spent, your money and your resources should be spent on getting people enumerated. And if there's money to be spent, it must be spent on a system to get ballot into the box. All the other stuff you do, they're not political work. Fixing road, you could have paved road to every house in Jamaica. That is not political work. That is where you were elected to do that. And that is what the voters said in the last election. They say it. They say all the road and the bypass and this, me don't want to hear about it. What have you done to encourage me to go put my ex? Have you had the conversation? I know councillors at MP who walk the divisions or walk the constituency, talk to people, and they've never said to them, on election day, I'm asking you to support me. I'm asking you to vote for me. You know that there are persons who actually do that, right?
Yeah, man.
They walk throughout the constituency, and the most important thing is to ask the person who you're talking to vote for you, and they never do it. One lady, and I'll never forget this, lady told me she didn't vote. So this lady, when I spoke to her, I was walking through a division, and I spoke to this lady, and she said, she was telling me all the good things about the Jamaica Labour Party and how she grew up appreciating the Labour Party. So I asked her, where did she vote? Like, what division, what polling station? I said, oh no, I didn't vote. So I said, how come? So, well, the MP didn't ask me for my support. So she just stayed home. I'm dead serious. I wouldn't lie to you.
Well, I can tell you, Chopper, I understand what you're saying. For me, I work at what you call it, a government agency. And when I talk to individuals and I say, listen, you know, I would go around, I would tell them what happened in the 1990s. You know, can I just educate them a little bit? And say, imagine if you went to a place, a bank, and you say you want to borrow money, like 100,000 Jamaican dollars, and you get 50% interest rate. Would you borrow? They said, no. I said, that is what happened in the 1990s. So you have to kind of bring them down to that level, let them understand. And then I would say, and then I started to tell them about art and all about those things. And I said, no, and some of them say, you know, them say, Twinny, you know, so me I live all right. Someone said, are you voting? Them say, no, they're not voting. You know what them said to me? When them say, Andrew in a trouble, them are going to vote. I said, no, that's not how you do it. What you need to do is ensure that you vote. So you send a statement to say, listen, the JLP is strong. Whenever you don't do that statement, you know what you're doing? Is that you're encouraging the People's National Party when the numbers go up and them see that they have the momentum. The thing about it is that why the election was so close in my estimation is because they never went out and voted.
That is true. Triple, you were saying something before we cut Triple. Let me bring back Triple in for a second there, Wayne. Go ahead, Triple. Triple Dimple, go ahead. All right, Dwayne, you're up.
But Chopper,
yeah, go ahead, George.
I remember when Pantan used to be in charge of G2K.
Yes.
That is the most time people get enumerated.
Yeah, but you see, folks, can I say something to you, my brother? Listen to me carefully. You see, G2K, and I hate to say it, but I think G2K's mandate during the period that you're talking about, G2K's mandate came about when the JLP was in opposition. And the JLP at that time was unattractive. So you needed an organization that was geared towards bringing people into the JLP. So that's how the G2K came about, because the party at the time was unattractive. Now, can I ask you this? Do you think that the JLP is unattractive now?
No, but the work still need to continue same way.
No,
with them did do.
What I think
no, the JLP is not unattractive now because I say JLP in a Nannyville.
People are coming
in a green shirt.
You ask them. What I think that they need to do is to change their mandate and adjust, because you have to change when the facts change, my virgin. So if back in the 90s when you were just formulated, you were focusing on bringing in young professionals into the JLP. Now the party is attractive. Young professionals are coming in without your input. So you need to change your scope. You need to now go to political education or to go on the ground and assist, as you just rightfully said a while ago. With
one in every constituency, yes. and they're supposed to coordinate with the MP.
Yes, can't left the MP out of it. Cannot. You cannot. Go ahead, Dwayne. You're up.
Good night, folks. I heard my brother said something. And night, folks. I heard my brother said something. And
yeah, go ahead, Dwayne.
I heard my brother said something about like helping out people and so forth, right?
Mhm.
And I heard somebody said, like, if somebody need help with medication and so forth, which I agree that the politician can help with certain things, but at the same time, people that can work and they are young, right? What I think the politician should do for them rather than just give them a handout is to try to encourage them to get a trade or a skill, right? And probably bring our trust NTA maybe in their nearby church, and if them can ask the church to put a classroom in there to help some of those, because some of them people that can't even go far to go to school. But to say that whenever somebody need help, financial help, the politician should be able to. If you should multiply 13,000 times to say basically 1,000 people, that's 13 million, right? And if I'm just telling you figures, because my brain is quick, to calculate, and if every month the politician is doing that and helping people with that kind of money, where would the politician get that money from? We must encourage people, especially young people, young-minded people, that you can go and get a skill and start your own thing. You understand? This thing about politicians can't help. They can't help so far no more, because when the money is finished, where they going to get the money from? You understand what I'm saying, guys? So I don't like the idea to say that politicians can help everybody. No, it can't work in my estimation. I'm just being honest.
Although I think you got me wrong. I said the minimum wage is $13,000. And if you have 3 children and you're working minimum wage at $13,000 per week, you have food to buy, you have a child in daycare, 2 children in daycare. How far does that go? You need help. That's what I'm saying.
All right. What I understand in that case, right? In that case. But I know the government reach out to people in many ways. I don't know if the PART program is really a part of that. If you're working, say, 13,000 a week or whatever it is, I'm not sure if.
No, but let us hold on a second, guys. Yeah, but hold on. If a person, how does a person work in minimum wage? And the truth is, how many persons do you know today that work the exact minimum wage? Very few. They get not a penny more than the minimum wage.
I know none.
Hold on a second. They get nothing more than the minimum wage.
$13,000.
That's what they get every week. With no other benefits.
No other benefits.
And they have 3 kids.
Not everybody pays $13,000. Not everybody, but they are good.
And they have 3 kids.
I know that.
Hold on, and they have 3 kids.
And 3 kids.
And where the father for the child? Vanish.
Yep.
And then that becomes the problem of the state now.
So that can become the
Jamaica system set up already. No, we're not talking about the burden on anybody, but I'm just saying the right situation is some people don't need assistance.
I know that's what I was asking the question. If the PART program, I'm Chairman can correct because I don't know much about the PART program because I don't want to speak out of context. Does the PART program?
It covers persons like that. Those 3 kids have access to benefit, social benefits. They have it.
That's what I'm asking. All right, I'm putting it in a better context. I remember when I was in the Kingston College, right? And my brother and I, right? And my father just left the army and he was supposed to get some back money. My mother and my father didn't have enough money to do certain things. And we went to KC at the time. And through the guidance counselor, we got lunch ticket. I'm giving an example. We got lunch ticket, right? Lunch ticket. I'm gonna tell we're getting a small box food. I'm gonna when we brought our ticket, our food already put down before there's some kids have lunch share. And other kids take on that. But I don't know if other schools do it. You understand what I'm saying?
There's a PATH program, sir. Once you're on PATH, for a mother like her, a single mother working minimum wage with 3 kids, the government have a social program, a social safety net that covers persons like her. Those kids, they are being taken care of by the state.
Yeah, they get $100 a day for them.
And that, yes, Triple. Go ahead,
But-
Triple.
No, we are-
No, hold on. Go ahead, Triple. Hold on.
Me
Give
share
Triple a
story.
chance.
This young lady in my community, right?
Uh-huh.
She never did have no where she live and no fear a rent she pay and it in a bad condition, right?
Uh-huh.
Say that and done. Back to school, the girl still gonna tell me, said the MP pay her son, the oldest one, all of the school fee the man pay, give him uniform, give him bag, and give the other one them the same thing too. So election day now, me not see she come vote. Me say what go on. After 2 minutes see she come, rain and fall, me not see she come. When the rain start fall, about 3 o'clock, me say what go on, me not see XY come. Me go down her yard. Me call her, she not come out of the house. Me see her boyfriend come out to me. None of we not go vote, None of we not go vote. Because of me one of you work on mine with 4 of them, So me say make the woman talk to me. Make she come out and contact the truth. She finally come out to me. I say, where you in the house I hide for? Come out, contact to me. We not vote, We not vote because we not get nothing, they not do nothing for me. So I say, you really assess so? So I go up on my phone same time, I call the councillor. I say, say XY say them not vote because Ray. The councillor turn to me and say, then nobody I make give the man over $100,000 with a work for do. Me say to him no answer. Me say to the girl, say, the man up on the phone and talk to me. What you want? She say, she asked him for a farmer card or house. The council said to me, say, I know him respond to the house at the MP, so only thing and him did don't promise her the card already paid for. And me said, then the man never promised you one phone, the farmer card. She said yes. So I said, why you come tell me about say you're not vote? I said, by the time you come out of the yard and walk up on the police station, control, the two of them come out come vote.
Yeah, but even that, think about it. I've had experience recently where a gentleman who receives benefit from a particular MP, I'm talking about benefits on a weekly basis, like a consistent benefit, and who would have received several grants from the council. I talk about 50,000 here, 50,000 there, 20,000 here, 20,000 there. And the individual said they're not going to vote. And they did not vote. So how do you deal with that? This one coming from George? You understand what I'm saying, George?
Yeah. But me tell people say if this government was in Barbados,
I'm coming to you.
Andrew would have win a landslide based on the performance of the government in the last election.
Yes.
Would have win if it was in Barbados. So now the key now is to get the people educated traps. The people and the ignorance.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna take a while. I think it will get there, but it's gonna take a while because they are so engraved in this.
I mean, she's talking about this person now. Yeah, they're talking about this person now who work in minimum wage and all of these kind of things. Now, that person, I know a lady now, 29-year-old, I go to nursing school and part of her school. So the people have to try to upgrade themselves. You understand me? If you was working at this
is not
supermarket,
a lifetime position for anybody,
Exactly.
I'm telling you that.
Andy Mullings, you're up next. Coming back to you, Dwayne. Andy.
You understand? My brother and I, Dwayne is my brother and I can't tell you. We did the same thing. We volunteer our service, and the thing about it is that we said to ourselves, listen now, if we don't have experience, we're not getting a job. Right? So me decide to listen now. It no matter the amount of money what me I get. We can't pay for the experience. We get when people have ambition, we are worried about money. We don't worry about money. We want to forget about my experience because when we get the experience, we can move forward. You don't want that people believe that my brother and I were born rich. Because we can't afford certain things. It's because we sit down and we tell people say we almost lose the house. My father got sick at the age of 18. Never got in the place where I give the mortgage and reason the people them and go find a job and start paying them something little, I don't want to lose it. Them little young youths that don't want to go through nothing rough and tough. Them want life easy and soft. We not go through that.
Dwayne, earlier on, I was one of the person that speak about, but if you realize I didn't speak about hands out to somebody, now I speak about helping farmers. I said give seed, water boot, and carry to numerate. So I have to buy gas, put in my car to bring them to numerate them. So I have to fund those. I don't leave those to nobody to do. I do it because I love my party, because of the benefit that I get and the loyalness to my party. I do all those, but I didn't give anybody money. I buy book and pencil, take it to the school, give the teachers. If a child come down have any book and pencil, give them a book and pencil. A man say want some seed, pick up plant some pop chow carrot, I buy him them because his farming say want a water boot we are going farm. I don't give them cash. I give them something to give them a jump start. That's how I react.
I would do the same thing. I will go for
right, so I didn't give anybody hands out. So I did want to correct it, but I was just giving everybody a space. So I did have a long time, but I want to correct it with you. If you listen what I say give water boat that you can we go to the farm because it's a farming area. Farming is what we live off in St. Anna, Coffrey, John Reed, Boyema, Wild Kale, White Sand, those places.
Yeah, we know that. Here, vegetable. That's a vegetable place.
Right. So when they come and say they want to see like a pop chow seed will cost more $50, I'm not going to go to the MP for that. While the carrot seed will cost $100 this time, I'm not going to the MP for that. But when a man come to me and say want a farmer card, I go to the MP and I get farmer card and give them, let them go. But when they want money, I don't go. I say go on yourself. I'll go find what they do. Because I don't feel lazy man. Because my Bible said thou shalt not feed a lazy man.
But right, so if them get.
So I give them start. That's what I give them start. A person will come to me and say, one youth, him get a stab in his neck. And he did damage in spinal cord when he couldn't walk and him went up in our house and him say want a sheet of Salitex and I go to the Spalding market and sell some pacho and lettuce why did have in my farm and buy the Salitex and send it to him on a taxi. You understand me? I do not give hands out uniform. Children will be there so they want to go school and they don't have a shoes. I bought them a shoes. The children will be there and say they don't have no uniform. I go to the MP and I said I need some uniform to go and give to some people. I give them, but I don't go to my MP for money to give nobody, and I don't take my money to give nobody. But you know, we were there and we say we are drinking little juice and them things. That's how we do it because it's a syndicate away. About 10, 15, 20 away. So we as youth, so we just grew up with the counselor, and the counselor was so faithful. If you name Council Mattis, if that man, that the time the hospital no have ambulance, I will never have care so much. So my sister is taking for a baby. I will go up there and the man knock the man window. And the man get up 2 o'clock the morning, throw in pants and I go and go sit down and be on the plant and go take my sister to the hospital to have the baby. So that is a man that make me. What he do for me, that's I can pay back to the JLP because I couldn't pay him back. But what? To make him stay there as a counselor and help him party to be strong. So I give back from what I achieved from my party, which is the Jamaican.
You know, one thing here, Chopper said one day, Chopper said sometimes the people them not even want up the fire, the people them just want to see him.
Right.
Just walk to the community.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They need to get up out of the office. They need to get up.
Become shy. But before
They need to get up out of
But some of them in the office are do what? What them are doing in the office?
And I approach people.
But even the ones who are in the office, what are they doing in the office?
just sitting down there doing
Nothing at all.
Are we on social media?
They need to get up and come out and get themselves dirty.
Not at all now. They just sit down in the office and do what?
I've never seen so many wonderful things happen at 4 hospital I've been one time.
How many MPs? How many MPs you know? All right, let me ask you this.
Fire truck Pretty. Me wish me could have even done fireman. How can I suppose me say go in my country?
Right, it every minute here
Police station and build a left, right, and center. But you have to have ambulance, so I take me from my yard gate soon if we send up sick.
But let me ask you this, guys.
That means I'm building the direction of the country are going, you know. But people are saying they're not feeling it on the ground. Listen, the whole you can feel it on the ground, let's say, but they're but then the idea feeling it is all about coming to the people, reason with the people, sit with the people, just like how Edward Seaga did that back in the days. Come and be amongst the people, live with the people, assure the people, and that will help.
My brethren, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, guys. How many MPs you know who on a monthly basis or a bi-monthly or whatever it is, who have a meeting with their constituency to talk to them and to tell them? Remember now, you know, MPs go to Kingston, they go to Parliament, they go to Cabinet, and they have these discussions. Huh? Second?
One MP will do them stuff there. One MP.
May I come to you? But what I'm saying to you is that MPs go to Kingston. MPs participate in discussions at a high level. MPs then come back to their constituency, and MPs have a responsibility to meet with their constituency and say, hey, here's what was discussed at Cabinet. Here are some of the plans. Just mute your mic if you're just coming in there, please. Yeah, here's what is happening. All right, I'm going to try to mute some of these folks who come in. So that's a responsibility. And when I talk about organization, folks, the party did not make a mistake because the party have these things in place. The party structure tell you how the communication should go. Now, ask yourself this question. When you have the area council meetings, how many MPs attend? Think about it. The area council meeting is where the leadership of the constituencies in that area council, that's where they gather, that's where they talk, that's where the MP now tell you what is discussed in Cabinet, and you, the leaders in the constituency, take that information and you carry it down to your divisional level, and the division carry it to the actual people. How many constituency practice that structure, where information come from party at Cabinet or at the MP level, it comes down to the area council level, then it comes down to the leadership of the constituency, PD captain, what have you, and then it goes down to the people. How many constituency actually practice that? Very few.
So that means it need a shake up in the whole party system then.
So that is where the breakdown is coming. When we talk about the disconnect is not with the government.
Good night.
Because good night, sir. The government doesn't necessarily connect with the people. Government don't connect with party people because that's not the government's responsibility. The government responsibility is to run the country, is to make sure that they are balancing the book, is to make sure that they are growing the economy, is to make sure that the infrastructure development take place. It is the party's responsibility to look at what the government is doing and put the political spin on it to get the political mileage. So we are
some of these area council people need to change them, Chopper.
We are expecting that the government must use government resources to play politics. It can't work. It is the party that is supposed to, and that's why it's important where your general secretary, your party chairman, and all of these persons at that level, they must be a part of the cabinet.
And the next thing again, Chopper, the rotation. like them long time PD captain, cluster supervisor.
Must go.
Need to rotate them.
Bring in new, fresh blood, fresh ideas, young people.
But this is when I think to Chopper, and I can speak to my division and my constituency. See, one of the reasons why there are some persons like all those cluster managers and so that are still there, it is that a lot of people aren't interested in getting involved. And you know why they're not involved? It's because of how they see the party treats the workers. And whether we want to admit it, yes or not, a lot of the workers are really turned off and not into really selling the party like they used to do. You understand me? Because some party workers are really turned off by the process, and I understand that government is not supposed to do anything for the party, which I understand. But the party also have people within it where, as I said, the general secretary and everybody, they're supposed to generate certain things to keep
some of the party persons, my brethren, who claim to be upset or angry or whatever, some of those very persons are the biggest beneficiary of government policies.
Yes.
You hear me?
All right. Let me speak personally now in terms of me and persons that works within my division and all of that I am in charge of, supervise and everything. Let me tell you one of the things. Those people doesn't want any handout from any politician, see? But what they would have appreciated is that when you are doing some work, you make the work spread in every division. You don't concentrate on one division. And when you are giving out some work, you don't give it to just one specific person. That one person benefits all the time. Because when you give...
That's what I'm saying. Saying they need to rotate them.
Yeah, you give the work to one specific person, and you know what's happened most of the time, the person that you look out for all the time, that person cannot bring out 10 people to vote.
Alright.
And I've seen it happen too many times.
Exactly.
I have worked 2016 and 2020 was the hardest time for me to work as a supervisor. And I have seen where they have PDs that they expected to get a certain amount of votes from. And when I maximize my 2 PDs, one PD that I have that they never thought person would have came out to vote so much was the PD that came out and voted the most. Why? Because I am in touch with the people that I am. But you know, one of the things about it is that some of these MPs, they think that they are bigger than everybody else. So they don't come around when it comes to election time. That is the time they want to get people to start work and people to start canvass, and they want people to knock on everybody's door. But you know what? They don't even keep a meeting with their workers. They don't.
No.
They don't and I can tell you that
election. You know, this election there, we don't work with no thing there. What they call it? The 1 in 20 or anything, we don't get none of that. The papers, them with the name them.
No, that didn't happen.
We don't get none.
And let me tell you something. The other side had theirs. I don't know if they have it island-wide, but where I am, they had theirs. And let me tell you something, Chopper. Whether we want to believe it or not, or whether we want to accept it or not, listen, people are humans and people have feelings at times. It can't be a case where every time when an election is due and comes about, that is the when you look about or try to keep a one-off meeting. Or when they do come keep a meeting, you want to spend 5 or 10 minutes to get everything across. It doesn't work like that. You understand? I'm not going to tell you that my MP has not done anything in my constituency. If I sit here and tell you that, that would be a lie. But you know, the thing that about it, he has a disconnect with the people in the constituency, especially the one that I'm in, because it doesn't come around in the constituency no matter. He knows me.
Chopper, I don't catch you every night. But I used to say Robert used to come on regular before the election.
Yeah, man.
But since election, I haven't catch him. So what did he say about the Moko division? Because I know that my biggest surprise still. Because I don't know if you eat some humble pie or what.
When you say humble pie, what do you mean?
Because in that said the man can't win and all of these kind of things.
Yeah, but I mean, come on now. You're into politics. Which politician you know would not make that statement? Tell me.
The man come on
Which politician you know
program and say that man he might carry a few with him, but you know, him write him off because that's a division where PNP never win it, brother.
Which politician you know that would not, you know, hype up their position and make them supporters feel like you're good, even when they're not good? It's just the nature of politics. Thank you, Mikhail. Yeah, but that's just the nature of politics. They are gonna say these things. Sometimes it's ridiculous, but it's just the way they're gonna say it. They're definitely gonna say it. I think
so they won't put that guy against him, run against him, then say maybe the guy can beat him.
Let me just explain something to you, if I may.
The workers.
One of the reasons why
I'm not feeling like that.
One of the reasons why you had that result.
Going to your constituency.
Let me just turn this down and respond to you. Real quick. The reason you have that result is because the member of parliament, after removing the councillor caretaker, or the councillor, sorry, did not go back into the constituency and do any work at all. So if you have a dispute with one of your sitting councillor and you had a runoff and the person won the runoff by less than 10, it means that a significant amount of persons did vote for Romain, right? A significant amount of the delegates in the constituency voted for Romain, correct? You there, George?
Yeah, man. I listen to you, man.
So because those persons voted for Romain, it means that there's a split. There's a split in the division, and that split is not. It's almost down the middle. So what it says is that on both sides they had work to do. So the council caretaker who won the runoff against Romain, he had a lot of work to do in wowing the people who voted for Romain to come home back to him. And vice versa, Romain have a work to do in getting those persons who voted for him to come his way. Who was best to convince either of the two sides? The sitting member of parliament. That would have been his job. Was he there? Absolutely not. Was Romain there? Of course he was. So if Romain is on the ground, the MP is not on the ground, the MP caretaker is a new guy, it's advantage Romain. So Romain was able to convince more people now to come with him. The political organization on the ground was also lacking because the member of parliament was not active on the ground to put his machinery together. He was busy dealing with the party's business at the higher level. So the result is not surprising to me, to be brutally honest with you. Because
so what about Gail? What about
he
Gail?
will tell you that I told him. I didn't tell him that he was going to lose the division, but I told him that he had some problems down there that he needed to go and attend to. Because after removing Romain, you can't just leave it like that. I told him that. Do I agree with him? Say again?
Gayle Division. Same thing?
Gayle Division,
those are the two labor right division me no expect for losing, brother.
There are some issues with Gayle Division that I wish not to speak to the intricacies of it. I know a lot of stuff, some of which I will not come on air and say, but I will leave that for another time. But Gayle Division was a strong JLP division, and we lost that division because of a lot of internal issues. And that's why, again, we have to go back to the basic organization. Let me tell you something that you must listen to. In every division, almost every division that we lost in this last election, go back and check. The MP and the councillor or council caretaker had a problem.
Yes, and that is
go back and do the work. Just go back and check it. Almost every, there might be one or two that is an outlier, but almost every division that we have lost, there's one common denominator.
They don't connect with each other.
And the guy that runs for my division, I understand that the guy at first, you know, he did some things that he should not have done. I said some stuff as
we don't have to get into the intricacies, Robbie.
No, we're not getting it. No,
right?
we just said chopper. But even so, you said you put that aside and he's up. At least support him through the time when he's up. I'm not saying never give him any support. I would not say never give him any support. But I think probably if he had, you know, giving him some more, probably he may not have one just the same, you know. Or at least.
Bro G, let me tell you something. You see, there's some things. You ever hear people say, "Oh, I need some support," or "I have given some support"? Have you ever asked what that looks like or feel like? Because sometimes, and you ever hear some people say, "Jayan, yeah, man, we are doing the political work, and the political work is being done." Have you ever stopped for a moment to just? Have you ever just stopped for a moment? Hold on a second, Robbie. Have you ever just stopped for a moment and ask those individuals, when you say you're doing the political work, what do you mean by that? When you say you offer assistance to the council caretaker, what does that mean? Because sometimes you just have to ask the question and you get the answer. You'll recognize that some of it are nonsense. Right? But the truth is, one of the things that we should look at in this election, go back and check it for yourself. Almost, not saying every single one, but majority and a vast majority of the council divisions that we lost, the councillor caretaker / councillor and the member of parliament had an issue. And when the elephants fight, the grass get trampled. Wrong or right? So when MP and caretaker or MP and councillor not gelling, the electorate suffer. And that's what happened in this election. Go back and check it, and you'll see. You'll see. We're not going to go out there and spread this all over the world, but it's just the truth. It's a hard truth. Jayan, you're up. What's going on? JJ.
Hey, good night, guys.
What's going on?
Top me to play bingo. So me kind of think about something else.
Yeah.
What's up?
Good. We're here as usual. Shooting the breeze.
Doing the work, putting in the work, I see.
Well, I don't know what the work is because some people say they put it in the work. I will ask them how many persons they add to the voters list, them can't tell you.
Not one.
Ask them. You know, our member of parliament pay the scrutineer on a Sunday morning. for every single person that they everybody that they pay, that they enumerate, the MP pays and contribute to the transportation, even though those individuals are paid by EOJ, the MP still jump in and pay for that. You see, what happened, guys, is that the members of parliament, I don't know if they understand what is supposed to be their priority, where you're supposed to put your focus, where you're supposed to spend your money. I don't think they know that. So they believe that spending my money on a back to school treat or all of these other stuff is more important. So you could keep back to school treat from now until the cows come home. If those persons who are coming to the back to school treat, they are not on the voters list, the back to school treat will be big like Mandela, what you call it? Bob Marley funeral. And you only get 10 votes because the priorities are wrong. Think about it.
That's true.
You can have this big old back to school treat and the best in town. When you look on Facebook, you said, man, look, people, come on, people. But
Just
how many
like
of those
how we
persons?
have Westmoreland, Lac, and Hanover.
Exactly. How many of those persons on that list, well, who are at your back to school treat, when you're keeping a back to school treat, did you put a system in place to ensure that every individual who comes through that gate, you have them name, address, telephone number, and date of birth? Just think about it. You managed to pull out 3,000 persons for your back to school treat. A perfect environment for you to capture data. Ask the members of parliament right now, who every year then keep a back to school treat, how many of them set up a system where before you enter in the Suffolk collect one of my bag, you need to put your name, address, telephone number, date of birth, right there. So you can go back at the end of the treat and check to see how many persons, or you can do it in real time. You could check it while you're there. How many persons are on the list to vote? You don't care who they vote for, you know. What you care about, are they eligible to vote? How many MP you know will do it? But that same MP will post 500 picture about how big the back to school treat is. But they can't tell you the political value of that back to school treat, because they don't understand the political work. Them things they keeping a back to school treat is political work. Them things say taking pictures of some care packages being issued is political work. They think so, you know. They think that posting the road that the government is doing, that is a political work. It's not. I'm sorry to say it's not. It's really not. It's really not. It's people vote for you, for the government, to do exactly what the government is doing. Growing the economy, doing everything that is right. The political directorate, the political party is responsible for putting the government together, for getting the government elected. We must ask ourselves the question, is the political party functioning at its optimal? Orlando Peters, big up yourself. Wes, how you do? Mikhail. Come on, think about it. Sometimes we have to identify what problem there, you know.
In my division, you know, it's not, I'm gonna tell you, it's not everybody get you know, it's not everybody get help, but them cost the MP too, you know. When I like them cost the MP and then cost the councillor. But you see, when it comes to election day, them just not want to see PNP, know about it. Them fight the hardest way to get rid of the PNP.
Which area again,
They don't
Dimple?
care about the money or anything.
What area, Dimple? Which constituency are?
Clarendon, Northern Clarendon.
Okay, got you.
Them don't care about the money or them just want to get rid of the PNP. Now after the election done and them win, them start post back again.
Yeah. And Triple D, you know, said for me too, me would have do anything in my power legally to make sure say I could pay PNP out of power. Anything that take.
Why would you want PNP out of power?
Huh?
Why you want the PNP out of power?
Them track record, man. That easy.
I'm not
Them track record.
Small, you see. And I have well on there, God bless me. God bless and whatever, sir. I have lived through the 90s of the PNP. I lost my savings that I had in 2 of those banks. Just started out as a young person in the 90s, leaving school, getting my first job, opening my account, and knowing from the background that I am from, that my family wasn't a rich
family. Thank you, Mikel. The TikTok conversations are interesting, isn't it?
My life and what I went through with that things at the background, and I've seen how the PNP has treated my constituency from 1980 when we had won this constituency. It is 2016 was the first time we won it again, and there was nothing to show, nothing at all to show. And if they can do that, and the fact that I was an accountant, well, still can do, but that's not what I do now. And I understand what the economy is all about, and maybe not everything. I'm not going to say I know everything, but I know the basis of how an economy should be run. And from the way that I see, I have seen my friend. I have friends that has lost their parents, and their parents have lost their business because of FINSA. And if that man that leads the party now was a part of that whole FINSA business, me couldn't want them no man to run this country no more. To do what? What difference would they bring to the country? You were being a part of the system for how long, and you have never tried to change anything to really improve the lives of the Jamaican people, more than the fact that when you were what minister you was again? Justice minister, you helped to decriminalize ganja. You might have brought some legislation to the books, but you didn't do anything that anybody else wouldn't have thought about. And it's no great major thing you have ever done to this country that you were lauded that, oh, I did this. What you did to the country was cause a lot of people to lose their businesses, and people have lost their lives. So I don't want to see the PNP back in power, not for another 40 years, when by then I should be long gone out of this earth. Chapa, let me tell you one last thing. Everybody in my family has traveled and have a visa. My one child that I have left lives abroad. I worked for the government for 10 years while at the airport, and I have never tried to get a visa. You know why? I don't have any interest of leaving my country. I love you very much. You understand me? So if I did decide to want to stay here for the rest of my life, I want to be able to live until God ready to take me home. I operate a business. As a matter of fact, 2 businesses that I'm operating, and they are running quite well.
Excuse me.
You understand what I'm saying? So that is my reason why I can't afford for them to come back in unless PNP has changed and show something totally different with some different minds and some people who can really think and have Jamaica at heart. We don't want people who just
decide to work together.
Exactly. I can't afford that. And as I say, I must get a visa if I go up at the embassy go look one. So I have to think that I might end up spending the rest of my life in Jamaica. And if I'm going to be spending the rest of my life here, I want to be able to that I can live and be able to, finance myself. I'm not even worried about crime, because when we live right now, my window, I'm not worried if nobody come in here for me. I don't have that the problem there.
No,
Yeah, I said, I don't have that problem whatsoever. So I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is to see the economy go collapse and then me have to wonder how me I go survive. And that is that I don't want to happen again. So that is my reason that I don't want them to be back in power unless them show me a whole different picture. I mean, they can convince me say if the Labour Party should come out of power and they take over, they can carry on and do a better job than what the Labour Party is doing. If they can't, it don't really make no sense, because if you cannot do a better job, why would you want to change somebody that cannot do the job as good as you can or do it better?
God bless. What say you?
Huh?
What say you? Why would you want to sit the back of the PNP?
Well, for me, I don't mind them not see the doorway and none at all to go back to the parliament.
No, I want to know why. Why you think? Why you think?
Because, okay, number one, the 90s I jump out of grade 10, 1994, 93, 94, when them said, take the school, Alston Secondary School and upgrade it to a high school and say me I pay $250. My father did have 4 of us there. And it did, I have to jump out of grade 10, me not got grade 11. The top out of school at grade 10. My brother top out of grade 9 and he no got 11 or 10. And him go to White House for turn fisherman and build him life. But the main part of it now is when my father sick and got to Percy Junior Hospital as Philippines and spent 3 days into the hospital. And John Junior was the minister of health. And me know say, them call me from up there, so I have gone take my father. That time in my bronchitis pneumonia. And I go and lift up my father like a baby, put him in my car. You know, get better or nothing. And me have to take my missus out of my bed and put my missus, my father in my bed, and me and my father sleep, and my missus and the children them sleep. So me sit back and me say, no man, this I can't write for me. Look what happened to Jamaica and Jamaica. The school system, this health system was something that we didn't use to when we got clinic. We are get really little milk powder. We are get the little things them free of cost, and him just come and cut out everything so, and everything just start to raise. Everything just start to take itself. I remember when me say here Bruce Walling come in with the campaign and say free healthcare and free education. I was shocked because me I said, brother, what happened to my father? I not think this a reality. I mean, leave and come and hold up and they here. And the baby mother come to me and said to me, say she pregnant. But me say she have vomit and things like that. So I said, wow. The first child I come on, but the twist I don't want to get no picnic in a PNP time. I wait till they come.
Remember me asking you, God bless, is why would you want to see the back of the PNP? But you can't, you have to cut it short, man. Go ahead.
I tell you why I don't want to see the back of them, because I tell you the benefit now. I'm close now. So when Bruce come in, Roddy Spencer's a free healthcare, Mrs. Spanish Town Hospital, I spent 8 days and I cut her and take out the baby. At the time I pumping 70,000 in a jail bank or whatever. They pay for me pick me because I know I say knife I can use and it would free. And when I do some book, I call her when he deliver a baby and say get this job. I say check them, let me know more money for job. Then say we go home to suckle the baby. And big man, Jesus Christ, God Almighty, you man, I've been 70,000 going to enjoy. And me, could I really get up and take up myself so me I can look back for what way? PCPMP come back in a power to take back them the LM. No man, no brother. Education again. The little stepson that I see him daughter mother get one people band 2005 and they say anyhow you not pay the hospital fee, can't get the birth certificate when you pick up go to school. And Bruce Walling win $100 Jamaican. You hear me say? $100 Jamaican she pay for the research and get the birth certificate. Big man, the history of the 90s in a brother and the financial meltdown at this country in a brother. I could have asked about them, the people go back up themselves because they buy free healthcare and the free education.
Triple.
School now, pay up money.
Triple.
I don't want to see them know where back I go here.
Respect. Respect, God bless. Triple, your turn. Why would you want to see the back of the PNP?
My view. I remember
Jan, you're up next.
Time. I went to I was admitted in Jubilee Hospital. I was pregnant. So admitted there. Some kidney infection.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember the doctor come to me and said to me that may if we give him certain amount of money to get the medication, or else the infection is going to spread to the other kidney. And I turned to him and I said, I don't have the money at the time. And you know, the doctor didn't give me the medication. He didn't give it to me. And when Bruce come and free up the free health care, I could go to the hospital and get free tests done there. If the doctor have to turn to me and say, because I already got pay my money a private place, the doctor have to turn to me and say, why me never make the government pay for it? And I said, no, I already pay for it private.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday morning, we carry my mother down at Maple Hospital. I went down there, 6:37 reached down there.
Mm-hmm.
And by 8 o'clock, we get through and come back home before 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So on that basis, you don't want to stay in office again.
No.
Jan, what say you?
No.
JJ.
Jan, I gamble.
Is that son?
I want to share one thing.
I'm coming down to you, man. I just want to get these two other persons. Francine, yeah. Yeah, man.
For me, I remember in 2020, my granddaughter said to me, say, Grandma, you know that where I don't like the PNP, they don't like to see children go into adults, they like to see adults turn to children. And I said, why you said that? She said, don't you see? She was like 6 at the time. She said, don't you see how they do in the country? And I looked at that, and I said, if she can at her small age can deduct that, you know, I have to really think about it. The economy alone. Because of the economy alone, that's why I do not want to see the PNP in office, because if they have a haggling on that, we're going back to square one. We're going back to the 70s, we're going back to the 90s. So for me, that's just what I don't want to see them back again, ever.
Win. Your turn to burn. Win.
I think when the power and call this man a lie.
All right, go ahead, Robbie. Your turn. Final talk on why we don't want this is the back of the PNP.
I just want to share some. I don't even want to tell about my final. You know, last night, Juliet, who was an MP, son took sick. Right. You know where she took her son? KPH.
Yep.
And she sat there all night last night with her two sons, because she have two children. And she was at the hospital all night. So when the person sent me, when I have a post video and somebody sent me and said, look at Miss Cuthbert. She just sit down calmly, patiently, and waited until her son was looked after. And the person sent that to me to say, them people have their money. But look how she come patiently and she wait. And why she come? I said to the person, why she come? Because she knows that she's going to get a good service right here, sir. Because she couldn't go by University Hospital. She couldn't go to Andrews Memorial. But she chose to go into the public sector, the public hospital where ordinary Jamaicans are.
Absolutely.
And get her son sorted out.
Yep. Well,
she went home.
Well, folks, I personally believe that the Jamaica Labour Party is best for Jamaica's economy, is best for the people of Jamaica. Because it makes no sense to pander to the poor without having a strong economy to do what it is that you need to do in order to elevate the poor. So whomever focuses on the economy is to me the persons who have Jamaica's best interest at heart. And the JLP they have proven themselves to be the best way that is concerned.
Well, you know them love cause public health care. I went to Fairview Medical today from after 1 and to 6. I was still there waiting on the doctor. Don't even come telling about. Oh, public health care system. Them not up a road there. Chopper, me know me got type 5 and get through before that. Chopper, me there so long, me have the seafood boil, it turned cold. Ice cold from the AC, Chopper. And I'm free. And I'm free. And when I was finished, he wrote me a prescription, and I'm sure I know those prescriptions, but the medication by heart. If I went to type 5, I would have gotten those for free. And I still had to go buy them after. Them not understand. Chopper, I did bad. Mr. Here, I went to the lady, I was like, Miss, I've been here since after 1. When you're next, the doctor said he needs 5 minutes. 5 turning about 25. Me don't want nobody can tell me say, oh, they have to wait in public healthcare system. I was there so long. I don't want nobody tell me that. Me not nobody tell me that.
Somebody on the YouTube channel said Tahira is wise for her age. Yeah, she is.
No, it was Chopper, me I tell you, so me get so irritated because I was sitting there so long. I'm like, what, like. And then the line just get piled up and more people coming in. And I'm like, so that means like they do it by a number system. So I'm saying like if I was the next one, at a point I was the next one up. And I was saying like 30 persons were behind sitting down. I'm not exaggerating. So when would they get through? Because if they have, I think they had 4 doctor rooms. And I'm saying if I was waiting so long and all these people,
it's rough. I haven't used the healthcare system in a long while. I was here in 2020 and I had COVID, and I went to what's the name of the hospital out there?
GWS?
No, not GWS. Out at Ironshore Hospital. And what is so funny is that it doesn't matter when you go to these private institutions, if something really go wrong with you, you're going to go back to the public hospital because they don't have the equipment. It's just a falls. That's it.
Because I was just doing a medical for Guardian Life, and I could have went to public places. But they're like, oh, it's right next door. So I'm like, all right, that means I can do this in like a 1-2.
Right.
Papa, I was supposed to go to Broadbent for my eye exam. Here I am, still haven't gotten a chance to do my eye exam.
Yeah,
because
it's terrible.
What, if they had a line too, like public hospitals, they had a line. What? And them give me this pharmacy prescription to go to that Royal Pharmacy. Chopper, from my sister, the Royal Pharmacy script them up. Me think it go expensive. So me take myself and go downtown. Because prior to them have the Royal Pharmacy and the prescription. You know, them are Royal partner in them. Me not have Royal money because Royal is over where GWS is.
Oh.
I cannot afford it. See, Chopper, you see what them do? Guardian Life sending you to Fairview Medical sending you to Royal Pharmacy.
They're one happy family, man. That's what they are.
They want the money so bad.
They're one happy family, and they lock everything together. But I believe that the most important thing to grow Jamaica, to get Jamaica on a path of development, is to have a stable economy. The JLP over the years have demonstrated the ability to manage the country's economy better than any other government. So it is on that basis why I will always believe in the policies and management of the Jamaica Labour Party. Are they perfect? No.
Chopper,
yes.
I have a new view. I don't think a lot of people share this sentiment, but well, if you don't want to curse me, don't curse me. But I think that the government needs to hold these so-called poor people or persons within the garrison or ghetto accountable.
That is true.
We will never reach anywhere until they're accountable. Because think about this. JPS will not admit the fact, but when they do not pay light bill, we are paying the light bill.
That is true.
When they do not pay the water bill, we are paying the water rate. The tax money that we pay benefit those persons who refuse to work. So I believe that the government needs to start regulating these garrisons. Yes, they are the bulk of the voters and we are trying to please them. But until we hold them accountable, we will not see any growth.
That is true. Roshan, how you do? How you do? Thanks for joining us. Give Roshan, you want to come through? Why do you think that the JLP is better to run this country than the PNP? Or if you believe that otherwise?
I would say, based off what I have seen so far, the JLP has done a good job.
What have you seen?
Development, mostly roads, new infrastructure. A lot of things.
Okay, so development is what carries for you. Okay, cool beans. If you have not yet followed the page, guys, please, it's 75 of you all over here. Please follow the page, and we are at what 15? We're at 10,000 likes.
Yeah,
10,000. Yeah. But if you can just follow the page, if you have not yet followed, please go ahead and follow, and please just follow each other so you can actually help to build up each other's page. But it's important. Okay? We need to get this page up. Our objective is to get this page up, Tyra, to what is it, 10,000?
So I don't send them to YouTube, Chopper.
Yeah. Also the YouTube channel.
You need to send them also to YouTube channel.
Chops Media on YouTube, please. If you guys can hop over there and just. I know, but at least just follow it just to bring the channel up. Yeah, man. Please, because we need to bring here.
I have to tell them every night to come on, man, to join the YouTube, man.
What's the YouTube name?
Chops Media, same thing.
Okay.
Chops Media.
And every night to tell them Chopper.
Follow it, because what happened is that we have to go on. I've never been. The truth is, I haven't been actively soliciting followers and all that. So I never do it before. I always just go on to my thing and go. But the truth is, we need to build these pages up so we can have the viewership and the reach. It's important
when
that
the
we
right time comes,
because we are going to need it. We saw this in the last election.
Exactly.
We did not have the reach that some of those PNP pages had.
Yeah, because you have Ratigan, them have about 2K people, and this madman at night time have 3K and 4K people.
Thank you so much, Tyra. We need to give you one of them pages of management here. I'm going to touch base off here. I'm going to tell you the Instagram page, same Chops Media. But we need some persons to manage us. But please. Who's that? Jayan not with us, man. Jayan is just holding a spot. She's playing bingo. She must be winning a whole heap of money.
She love bingo, my God.
The old man. So old people love bingo. So you go.
She love bingo.
She old man, like that. Oh, Jesus, please. We never know you're here. Jayan, we didn't know you were here.
Chopper.
Yes, sir.
Me the board from Bobby Lightburn, build JIDC with manufacturing, and then me see 72 when PNP come and mash it up and give away everything, and then me say I go come back and build it. And 89, my greatest disappointment in a Jamaica history is 1989, 9th of February, when JLP come back and lose the South again. And then Michael take it and hand it over to PJ, and I was feel so upbeat, even though me the labor right when the man start making speech.
So this man out
and
here.
the greatest disappointment was in time Dan Crawford and all of them people they lose all the bank and interest rate was so high and all of them kind of something there. So
the 1990s is your yes, I understand.
The seed from the 70s, from the 60s when Bobby Lightburn built it, West Indies Glass, and all of these companies of Tekwe and Ghana, Trinidad, and couldn't retool under Michael Manley and in the 70s. When we used to build glass with D&G and all of those places, used to buy them bottle from West Indies glass.
Yeah, man.
Nugget shoes polish out of going to Spanish Town, all kind of manufacturing are going over there.
Treat them back.
Yeah. I'm say the whole of them disappear under the 70s. And mash up and then say I go come and build it back.
Every single day.
And jail and PNP come take it back again 1989. And then they say Omar come again and come mash it up again.
Problem is,
and then see and Bruce Golding come and rescue it and Adley Shaw start build it and then Dr. Clark come down and finish up the thing now. So me no want to see them.
PNP will tell you that Andrew made the sky yellow and you know it blue, but the way them are trying to convince them people them believe the sky yellow.
Well, here's what I said to that Taira. When I came on earlier, that was the first point I made. That we as Labour Right, we sat and we watched the PNP parade around Jamaica 2 or 3 times, spreading propaganda and misinformation. What did we do about it? We laugh at them and we say, oh, look at the PNP. They're just going around telling lies. And we did nothing. We really did nothing structurally to counter the propaganda. And I've always said, in communism, which is one of the most powerful political machinery in the world, whether we like it or not, communism. No communist country or communist government rule by way of a fair election. Most, if not all, communist government came to power based on a dictatorship or a coup. It's always a coup, overthrowing, killing, whatever. And they maintain state power through effective propaganda. They don't. They come down and you come them where the PNP tell you today. They come down. Chopper taking Carla tell you what the PNP said yesterday. They don't campaign on performance or anything. The propaganda machine. So I'm saying to you that I'm happy that you mentioned it, Taira, because when we started the conversation, the first thing I said was that we sat and we watched the PNP go throughout Jamaica and they spread misinformation and we did nothing about it. When a lie is told and it is left unchallenged, it becomes true.
Chop, and another thing I think, I've been reading, you see, I don't think Jamaica is a true democracy. I'm sorry. Once you have these people that are being able to be bought out, Jamaica will not experience what it means to have a true democratic society. These people, they vote based, a lot of them based on a pocket. Whoever have the most money at the time, a lot of them. Mm-hmm. So I don't that the democracy, me not know. We are a democracy, that's what we want to believe, but I don't think so anymore at this point.
Carla, go ahead. No, Carla not in.
No, Carla inside the box.
Yeah, Carla, go ahead. How you do? Greetings.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone on the platform. Today, the PNP man come on the live and say they have to make propaganda. That's the people them can believe them what they are saying, and it's a politics thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's hard for us to fight against that because people like me will not subscribe to spreading propaganda. So what I will tell you is that I will counter the propaganda with the facts. And I will pride myself on presenting the facts.
But what he said, it shocked me because we was on the platform doing our own business and him, come on. You understand me? And same thing last night, Robert was there when the person come on and said it was PJ Patterson, Michael Manley built how much school And today I go back on a platform and a man download it and tell that it was Buster Man to build 59.
Shearer, man. Shearer.
It was built between 1967 and 1972. It's 128 primary school and 58 secondary school. Built by Labour.
Built by Labour. That was Shearer advertised when Shearer attacked on his budget speech.
When he came on the platform,
when him said to him, say, give me 5 schools, PNP bill, him said to go and look it up.
No, but PNP built some school. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah, Osemati.
What you have to say to them when
Osemati.
Whenever there's a conversation about infrastructure development, the Jamaica Labour Party would have had the biggest built out of schools in the history of this country. The Jamaica Labour Party also, because there are certain things that you can argue the PNP on, and all you have to do is to present the facts, and there's no debate about it. When it comes to infrastructure development, the largest development has been done under the JLP. If you go downtown Kingston, the PNP cannot put their finger on a single high-rise building in downtown Kingston that was built under PNP. And if you go into New Kingston now, you will recognize that not a single high-rise building was built under PNP. It was since the GLP came back in power now that high-rise buildings start to go up all over Kingston and St. Andrew, because the PNP never gave approval for a single one, right? So infrastructure-wise in Jamaica, Gully, hold on a second, don't move. Just hang on a second. I'm gonna present it to you because I like the question, and sometimes
I do think PNP bill, man, a national stadium and the stadium down at Trelawney.
Sometimes we have to present the facts. You see when it comes to development, allow no PNP to argue with you, because
national stadium then can take credit for.
There's absolutely no comparison when it comes to infrastructure development. Also.
And the stadium down at Trelawney, in a white elephant.
In addition to that, right? In addition to that, when it comes to infrastructure, you can boast on that. When it comes to the economy, the PNP has never, at no time when they run this country, grow the economy. The Jamaica Labour Party has recorded the highest economic growth in Jamaica's history since 1962. That growth was in 1972 when the GLP lost the election. The economy grew at that time by 18.01%, the highest economic growth recorded in Jamaica's history. So no time at all, under no government, has there been such a economic growth. So let no PNP talk to you about that. Let's go to crime. The PNP has never managed crime better than the JLP. A matter of fact, when the PNP ruled the 18 and a half years, they received a crime rate in, let's go back up a little bit, in 1980, after the devastating flood from 1972, the JLP received a murder rate in 1980 of 864. That was the murder rate the JLP inherited from the PNP. Eddie Seaga ruled from 1980 up until 1989. 1989, when the PNP took over from the JLP, they gave them a murder rate of 434. Right? 439. Okay? What that means? It means that the JLP would have reduced murders by over 50% between 1980 and 1989. Reduce, not increase, reduce. So that's a plus for the JLP. The PNP took over 439, 1989, and they ruled the country from 1989 until 2007. Do you know what the murder rate was in 2007 when Bruce Golding won?
1,500.
There you go. That is a 300% increase. The highest increase, the highest increase in Jamaica's murder happens under the PNP. 300%. So when you have these conversations on these 3 PN points, 3 are the strongest points: the economy, crime, infrastructure. The PNP has no moral authority to speak to any Jamaican about that, because history has proven itself that the Jamaica Labour Party has been the best when it comes to growing the economy, the best to control murder, and the best to develop the economy. So let them talk to you about it, sister. Trust me. You have the record to prove it. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I hear you. Yeah, go ahead, Robbie. Was it Robbie?
No, I was just reiterating what you were saying.
Oh.
I have gone through the facts, because guess what I did? I went on the Jamaica Constabulary Force website to check, because I had this conversation some time ago. This strong PNP advocate was trying to tell me that it wasn't so. So I always like to have proof when I'm talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the research, and you may tell all them state to Chopper. And when you have the proof right in front of them, them are deny it.
Yeah, man, they don't like it.
No,
but sometimes you just have to present it.
Last night when Sydney was speaking about the schools, and I said, Sydney, let me tell you something. You can't tell any idiot that you can't tell me that coming. No, so way the talk said, not no go so. He start this up everybody. He might tell who some man they want a man this and that, because they cannot deal with the facts. Yeah.
Look here, when it comes to 80% of Jamaica's development was done under GLP.
Of course.
Right? When it comes to, as I said to you before, when it comes to school, we build the highest amount of schools. Hospital, Savlamar Hospital, Cornwall Regional Hospital, Princess Margaret Hospital.
Yeah, man.
Right? All of those hospitals are ours. We built them.
Yep.
Right? When it comes to rehabilitation of water system, Jamaica uses 251 million gallons of water per day. How much of that water has a PNP contributed to in terms of development? How many water systems have the PNP built in Jamaica? How many dams have they built? They can't tell you. They have done about 10 or 15% of the entire amount of water that Jamaica needs. Right? You're talking about Tullow Spring. You're talking about ferry water system. You're talking about the Yallas pipeline. All of those water systems were built under JLP. You're talking about commerce and trade and development. Let's go to industries. Tits and Pen. Did you know that Tits and Pen was a economic zone? Non-Spen, Tits and Pen, right down at Ashenine Road there. All of those areas were what we call now, it used to be called free zone then. Them call it BPO now. It was the GLP that brought those concepts to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Tits and Pen, Non-Spen, Twickenham Park, the brethren on YouTube, over on YouTube here, George will tell you, Twickenham Park was where you had places like Rockets and Coleman. You had Berwick Battery. You had Carreras Group of Company. Carreras. All of these huge companies were Berwick Battery, yes. All of these huge companies were homed and hosed in Jamaica. You're talking about the Goodyear factory out in St. Thomas was the largest in the Caribbean. You're talking about West Indies Glass. You're talking about Serve Well. You're talking about Serve Well that build stove and refrigerator. The steel factory, yes. Yes. So all of these places were home based in Jamaica.
Rickett and Coleman.
Rickett and Coleman, I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
Rickett and Coleman. When you talk about Jamaica's development, nobody fool and give an answer story. No guy can speak to Jamaica's development with any authority more than the JLP.
True.
The performance, and look, let me tell you something. Hugh Lawson Shearer between 1967 and 72 is regarded as the best government to lead Jamaica. Right? The best. Make no mistake about it. That's the best period in government in Jamaica. So you talk about development. No, look here. Don't be afraid to step to them when they come, man. I make them understand.
You know what a Montego Bay, right on a Freeport on the side.
Ocherius built by the Siaga, Montego Bay built by the Siaga, Negril built by the Siaga.
Ocherius.
Built by the. Conceptualized. The only reason why downtown Kingston, that holds the fourth largest natural harbor in the world, have not been developed is because we lost the election in 1989. And the PNP shelved the idea of developing downtown Kingston.
Yeah.
So make no mistake about it. Developing Jamaica is our responsibility. We as a government have to do it. We can't depend on the PNP. The PNP don't know how to grow the economy in order to do these things. And
that's a problem.
They don't think that growing the economy is a priority. That's the problem.
They don't take that
No.
They don't take it serious. They only want to know, sorry, then I can't get this done or get that done, and the people will accept me for that because they don't want the people to know what it is like to have a growing economy and how people can really, establish themselves in our growing economy. You understand? So that's what they do. And as a matter of fact, as you rightly said, they don't know how to do it. So it's that the fact that they don't know to do it, they cannot deal with it, and they don't know how to manage it. Because even if you grow the economy and give it to them, it will go right back to square one.
Mm-hmm.
Because look at the budget that Julian Robinson presented. When you go say the people in your constituency said they'd rather to stay at home than work for a low wage. I'm like, who take care of those people? How do they pay their bills?
No wage is better than low wage. Oh boy, I tell you. Anyway, folks, it's 39.
Mm-hmm.
It's about that time. Tyra. No, man, we're not leave. We'll make Tyra go and run the show. No, we're not going to bed. I'm going to do some reading for something real quick. I have to read about 4 pages and upload them before
the Jobs Media. Take care.
Give thanks to Bridget.
Them on YouTube, man. Trust me.
Yeah, man. Always. And remember, guys, jump over to the YouTube channel and make sure you follow. Because we're trying to build that out, and it's dependent on you
man.
are. Because we know, so we realize how important it is now, to have these channels up. Because when the real fight comes around, we need to have them up. So I'm begging you all.
The propaganda machine them out there to have 2K people overseas all about watch them and all of them kind of thing there. Have some cult following. You understand me? And we have to counter them.
Josie 205, 2005. Why if Siaga did so well when if Siaga did so well?
Why was he voted out?
When him couldn't. Where am I right? Say when him couldn't write.
Yeah, we have something. We have 2-page document to read, and then we need to upload something. So we have to focus on that. We have few. We're not going nowhere still. We're still there. So Tyra, so who is there? Jan?
All right, brother. Take care.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, George.
Why did the JP this that if they ain't good? They can't bother.
You can't bother. You have to have patience, you know, man.
Because them ask question where them know a situation back then. A lot of them are old enough to know. And people who pick out of everything where say why pick up Siavani. Me say, become prime minister, so in my country done for about. So, who they here? Anyone available? Anybody hear me? Can I hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, God, everybody just gone silent to stop and gone.
Oh, we did go in the bathroom, man.
Papa just gone.
Me have bathroom in a Tyra. Me not do really.
Boys.
We really have to come on board in them place. Over Porsche place and over for Peter Phillips place.
I'm trying to. I don't know which topic you want to talk about because why else gone? Everybody gone. Everybody's gone. We're still here. I said nobody now.
Hey, Tyra.
Yeah.
Today we have one church on politics and sports.
I was there probably to moment here, but maybe they with a doctor, so me just.
Hey, so what that place at Tyra 2022, I get in my workshop if you in our Christmas season, and I get one of my rota bit cut out my hand make. Are the most expensive. That's when me go out there and the man stitch up my hand, the little tiny man. When the man tell me the amount of money, me have to look up on the man says, what?
Yeah. Me was say me have one child of Fairview Medical. If a Jamaica, me I go. And me realize our G West and it's very expensive.
Very expensive. Mr. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn was at the PAP's hospital last night, him and in Tucson. And they could have more than got a private doctor.
Oh man. Only reason I'm a child public is because I want that experience, you know? Where my parents can be in the room and all that stuff there.
Oh.
But we can't. My mother said back in the days one time people used to have two somebody sleep on one bed. And I still do not understand how, but I guess it worked for them having two pregnant women on one bed. Oh no, over there thing with Howard.
No, we don't know what making come on to the live, you know, but he never did rude at the time there.
Oh. Can't tell you them, you know. We can't tell you the money. Yes, if I want that when
I triple D him a follow.
Yes, you want that when a person assassinate my character or me go make document the pay scale. At that the night the music say, me no need no one near me. Can me really have time to go write a pay scale? We come from the Minister of Finance, Digital and Minister of Finance. And I talk about rubbish me I talk about. You know what people like Carson in them a call say, no, the girl when I tell her, I know she can't turn the phone, I can't hear her voice, nobody really know what she be. I talk about how nurses never they get under 100,000 back in 2018 as their day fee. And I said, Carson, me I talk about basic pay, I've just seen them before over time all that.
in a hospital that integrate the donors never they are going with less than $100,000. It's a caution. After if that was the basic, I'm talking about the basic. I'm not talking about what they take up because in the session or all of that. You might know what they take me out with the whole army. That's crazy. The PNP them they look bad on their throat. They're not allowed to have an opinion. That's why when people have them over here, I try to have an opinion. That's like, but some have to them down, you know. Because if I allow them to talk, and speak fine. If you know what's in life, but you're not saying what they want here, you get a nice name. Papa now, alright, let me hear what I say. And I try read. You can't convert those who do not want to be converted. You can't change them. They go automatically stay same place. Because it, and you know what? It wasn't a political time. It wasn't talking about the real political. Yeah, he said so true. I can't invite over there. From that, I was never going to pay for that. You see that Katie girl? They used to go on her live and even over there in her comment. She's waiting for the certain one towards PMP, yes, you're PMP, but that doesn't mean you said you're going to page our platform. That doesn't mean when they write them to shut them up. And that doesn't mean when they write down for disrespect if you them anywhere PMP. She make anybody over there if I PMP disrespect any neighbor right and start people matter by anything. But once they disrespect a PMP, you can remove it after. But not Chapa love PMP, I understand.
Wait a sec. Tahira, wait a sec. I'm here now. Wait a sec.
When we first year last in Chapa, my face expression was like, no comment. You're very, you like the PMP.
You think so? Also,
you have a high tolerance.
Well, you could say that.
Because we can't take, I agree, we can't take a shouting in our ears. Like, Papa, we can't take the fact of someone like you about to kill somebody.
Richard Green.
Yeah, we can't take him.
Look at what I say.
Why I think that Sydney just done. You know what about politics?
Hey, no, Sydney have somebody to spell film. Because last night some spellings in the chat. You would have dropped on the face to them, Tahira.
Yo, Sydney have Sydney just sound like one of the person where he really, in my one way, remember when back then, when they realize they're not going to do a book part, they said they're going to trademark.
They give them one far car, one pickup. Yeah, I said that.
I don't think they never finish the school part.
No, he never get the school part.
The other day, Jay Brian go up in our woman named Miss Blinger back, so out of the TikTok influencer mix up. Oh, the woman and the rest of them for the life is a different race. The same people, them don't him into no. Miss Blinger and them at this race, they don't like comment. And me ask them, well, you just not figure out that people do everybody business. You say you chat politics, now you're going to have people mix up. And that time, sometimes we have chop a page back then for the black him. Most of the chop a page for the
but you block them all the time, Tahira.
They had for me because I always block them, chop up the news. They only probably ever block one person. If they get this with too disrespectful, they can't read it. Let's see if I go to Andrew at this time, that time. If I say no one's big, me not here. That is something we all can see. If I call him, can't pay up to them. But if I say if he's dead, remember somebody come over here and say Andrew is dead, you know. Me just be a nice block because I know we are talking. This is not the King Jong-un place where people get executed for power. Me not support them the politics.
You when you hear that you block them without even question, man.
Because some of them take it
too far. Like if it's political, you know,
it's true. Yeah, I do like that politics. Yeah, a local election it come like general, and if you don't want general, it will come out the same way worse.
Carla, you remember all the lion woman down at Westmoreland talk about how they kill the people them because they depend on campaign team. Only people they come out and say a person is in a wrongdoing. That's your name, Chopper?
Yeah, man.
This narrative them a try push.
And the truth came out that the person was actually involved in illegal activities. And that is why he's no longer with us. So we don't know why they do that politics there. That politics to me is a very
look from down at the swearing Tuesday on. Remember our council swearing Rosalie Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I tell me like me say PNP we're too many.
I'm go down there and me first get a lick. Me first get a black card in my face. I will never tell them. And then I wet up the youth and think it was an idiot youth them use a wet up and liquid cheer. Well, it wasn't a pretty sight, it wasn't a nice youth. You understand me?
Chopper, yes, where there are too many PNP supporters, then get too violent.
Yeah, man, they're violent people.
It's too much. Them block the screen, them throw the orange cloth over Rose's face, them do all type of things down there. Them boo the people, them when them come out, boo. So we stand up back at the door and so we start boo man calling.
For them leader cannot rule them.
No, cause him say them for war after the election, them for war. You don't hear him say. What more you want to learn from that?
Yeah, me get what you say, but when I saw it, I me say PNP, aggressive level, I say, like, why would I want to be associated with the violent people who
that's what them want. They want that, so them gonna do it. You understand me? They are all done. Notice what the man say? Today when him come on the platform, him say he make propaganda on platforms. If you can listen what me I tell you, he said he make cause it's politics. You understand me?
It's true, Colin. What JP don't realize, the PNP will go at any length it takes to get a foot in the door.
Right.
You see them on
just to get
the road that they were doing. Everywhere you look, you see one named Machiavelli, Jay Bryan, Koch, all of them on the roller skirt. Why? Because it is so, they go low, like they go low unnecessarily when it don't matter in politics. They take it to that level. Then go say Rhoda Andrew, baby mother, this, that. Them go say, who they will who do this. Like they go to
them go too far, them go too deep.
They try to feel like people in Chopper, they change your image. You know, once people don't see a good moral character, you know, you have a problem. So they make sure they take that part of the people them image first before they attack them.
Yes.
That is true.
They make sure you see they come out Andrew like other person or you know, they make it look like Andrew thief of government money and build up himself. That's what they do. They try to find every strife like
listen me born and grow in our community, I see PNP son round me. PNP son round me. My born and go 45 years me I do there. Here now. And listen me, is the first in history a prime minister ever come out, a liberal prime minister, and don't show my community behind him and work with me. And now I have a council, I have an MP, that is which is Central Kingston, Southside, I'm telling you about. And now every community you go in Central Kingston, there's everybody wearing green now. So everybody know what is a change of life. People want work. Nobody want to sit up and can and robot them and me no more. Nobody don't want to sit down and beg.
But the ones who insist they must sit and beg. Chopper, these are the ones who grew up with this.
You listen what the man say. People community say
them now work for that minimum
Exactly.
And listen to me, I tell you, me know people who work for 8,000 and save them money out of it. But I ask them, know that.
Yes, you ain't do. They like the handout mentality.
We don't like it. And my MP and my council can tell you that.
Carla, you remember when Mark Walling promised 2 billion or then jump up chopper? They like the free money lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
They know how for they want it. You have to come give me there. They know how
I go down to the come see my mother work for what she want. I'm not seeing no father.
Somebody.
No, I just explain something to you and never say it's me. My mother crutch first and she young and then she start work. My mother struggle with 7 people without father. You understand me? Just when I show you. So in life, people can get up and go look work. No matter the work. Coffee work picking there.
You know when they
outside the office work there. Call center work there, and wicked people wicked, yeah?
Yes, a lot of them are going to tell you that they don't go for call center, they not this, they not make no money, but they prefer to get in yard and make because these people, they pride themselves in thinking they're above where they're at. You have to start
somewhere. Even I get poor and they need it, somebody well need it, making my things. But I said
people, they believe so they not bad at the bottom. So they not struggle for no bottom come up. They not make no minimum wage if they not have no subject. The government figure them a big nice job.
No sir. And that's so well a bucket go well bottom and come up back. How long the bucket are gonna stay for catch water? You not gonna bust one day.
Call a cash ratio and see how much of them PNP supporter we're young. Right now, we believe said they will fix.
The lady will lick me with a placard. It's a stall shop on the main, right at John Zane corner this so. And for me, Noah is there, she's selling at that liquor stall. I never see her bigger than how it is. If you get with me, I tell you. And it's not like say I cannot lick her back. But sometimes we can give and take. Because I could lick her back. You understand me? But sometimes you have to give and take. Yeah, me could have lick her and do her hurt her. Which she could have licked me back and hurt me. Sometimes I know this lady for many years now. She show me her face and I show her my finger. Someone I know what flapping her that day. She was a pack and lick me. Understand me? If you get with me, I tell you.
Who's there that famous number? Margot in days in existence number. I don't have that. I was gonna read Margot. Alright, it's the PNP people who need to set a wicked to themselves, you know. I hear the boy named Jeffrey must say, in prep and not for me going to see in prep and suffer under PNP. That's about the picture.
But if I suffer, right now people, listen me, I'm not going to say anything. Listen me, I'm not going to make propaganda on things because they want power. If you get what we are telling you. Right now, we are focused to get the young generation to believe and say, I'm changed for them words. This time now, we are considered in 17 months, we have the election, we understand you. Stop listening to them on the platform.
I am saying Jeffrey is one of the most popular YouTubers in Jamaica. If he's going to come out and tell people that, imagine these people know the influence they have. And they make some.
They know. Listen me. From me, I grew up till now. PNP say every garrison I feel them on. Remember say, Seaview was labor right ground. And where Mike and Maledo run with the labor right them and turn over there in a PNP. Same way back to. Man, now answer me, I tell you. I grew up, nobody not tell me, I grew up and listen to veterans. I grew up come see all the years. I'm 45, I'm 46 that year because for my life, I'm live to see my birthday. You understand what I mean?
When I just get up and talk about politics, I list of facts. As I follow people who talk facts and know it. When I just get up and talk politics. Sometimes when I listen to them on the comment from the man said a word to me, I stop listen to comment with them. Because them comment now gonna know where the man say, them build propaganda. So listen what he said, what more you want. And we must go look for the young generation now and sit down and talk to them. Let them understand life, show them the real life story about politics. Remember the youngsters, them are gravitate too. Some of them not have no sense, them robot them and mingle, and them sit down and smoke and drink all them day of them life and be like say, it now gonna mash them up. And them little youth that them go for, them not go to no brilliant and intelligent little boy who have structure and know what is what. If you get what me I tell you.
That's facts for the most part, but then you have the generational intellect who follow PNP for some reason. They know the right.
And them know what's going on, but guess what them put in at them head is what them fourth parents and them put in at them head. Them could have gone out of PNP ground. Remember them fourth parents that we grew up. Only I was tired at PNP, you know. I fight people fight around here, you know, because when you hear them I come my mother say, you know, them used to lift up them board ground, you know, and go and eat them bottom of them cellar, you know. If you get what me I tell you, you know, so look back in them history until now. And that them I come with. Them I come with Michael Manley history.
Your constituency
where we are focused on Brogard now.
Your constituency
we are focused on Brogard where I do for the country.
Your constituency was a staunch PNP constituency coming from a really rough period.
Yes, and it me I tell her. And when election day, me no Peralta come run, but we have Babs the Range, Dr. Kali, Chin, are the best MP me ever get called. Ronnie Twaits was never.
Dr. Kali run about 5 times down there.
Yeah.
Listen, you see what part you live me run up and down now so long time, you know. One of my bona fide brethren dead right down there, you know.
I never surprise for Labor I take over Central Kingston, no?
Yeah, man.
You're surprised, because this man
Central Kingston was where the first gun violence in politics started, you know.
Yes, because Michael Manley him used to run Central Kingston.
All right, you best believe that.
He was in headquarters the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Parrot the beating.
Chubby Jed was my brother, you know. You know Chubby?
Chubby Jed, I'm a father friend. Buzzer was my father.
Buzzer your father?
Yeah, Buzzer was my father.
Chubby, I'm a brethren. You know Chubby and Chubby.
Yeah, and Frenchy Monkey was my mother.
You know Chubby, man. Chubby, I'm a brethren, man.
And my father dead for politics, and I labor right him dead for. If him just hear him, that live till to the day. So all me people come to an PNP. I have a list of facts and list from the ground. Green Bay killing. We get the people them get Ghost Street massacre. So all we can grow up and cry. That we can cry vengeance to them. For see what them do kill off our Green Bay when the man tell we are alive. Live story I tell we as a little picnic. We couldn't believe him. So we enough for follow the generation there. Nobody can change me. I don't know about the rest. Me believe in my party. And this man here come with vision. I never see so much place fix. I'm a housing scheme. Pretty. Press what me get. How much people come and never fix this housing scheme yet. Apparel to give them this. Apparel to my father get this. Zinc fence come down in a Central Kingston. When I go up a be a zinc fence, people have beat zinc fence. Now you come here, no zinc fence in a Central Kingston. a wall me a look on. Police station fixed up and having AC. So we need to just gravitate and just check the rate and bring up these young children where we can know what we know for go vote. We're not talking about 16 or 17 or we are going for the bigger youngsters, them like the 19 and the 20 and the 21 year old when I know about politics. And them I try to bring in and tell them bag of things. So if you can tell them and reason with them, sit down and have a drink with them and show them facts and real life about politics, you vote for your right. Now vote for the money. That is not your right. You vote for your right. You say prosperity, you do it. No matter which side. If you see my side now, vote, don't vote. If you see my side, I do the work, do it. You get work in a slump and sidewalk and a fan and a look somebody to beg. And them things they have to teach them young youth right now. One time going to see a shopper broke. Town a broke. This a broke. Them things they not go on. China know this world a corrupt them people, those PMP, them those hard for melt. Them hard for melt, me not know a war. I think people vote for them right, but people vote for money. Jesus. And tell them for sure to change out of the money when them done vote. It can't serve them for not even a month.
They do not care about if you serve them enough. They might want come back and look at me. So if they give me a look at them, then I'm vote for them. And then they must say.
So that me I tell you what the year when time I go to town and I buy soursop. No, on the soursop I buy gungo from the St. Andrews people. They say, I want to come photo. The man say, yeah, them now. Andrew own his wife now go on with no the other side I give money. I say show me the change where you get out of the money where you get for vote. Ain't show me, she never know me a diety labor, right? I'm gonna keep over there. And them don't come over curry come say like nobody ever hurt them. Nobody not beat nobody for politics again. But then they depend that. Them over matches they and sell that trip here. Them not going to curry. When I sit down and looking at them something, them people PMP are mad. They won't action, them are have faith. Because we have ton PMP headquarters in a museum. Remember me, they tell you that.
If JLP don't realize what they're up against is a set of willing to spend my all to get through type of party. They have a long thing, they have something coming. Me, I want to liberate, but this a PMP government, they like to buy. PMP,
that's how them take the pay, that's how them take the razor pay. That don't take the razor pay. Only Andrew alone don't take it. And I see the chicken I eat.
Yeah. PMP people they just know so they can't control the people. They man, they way to control most of these ghetto people are buy money and food.
Them couldn't buy out Central Kingston though. No, buy out Central Kingston. Them, no matter how much money them use around here. I'll Brown Dirt go for vote, and Brown Dirt don't have a vote in Central Kingston. Brown Dirt vote the out 3 Mile, so we shall do a KT for vote. But they are mascot and idiot for sure you all them want winnings. Them want winnings, them on the mile left then you get Central Kingston. Cause them have deputy and me and I need this if them they get down here. We wanna have no chat.
Well, no work, free time to win it. That's good. Great job.
Yes, sir.
Great job, y'all, man.
I will never stand up. I'm counsel never stand up because she's a good woman, you know. She get her shot for down here, you know.
Who's your friend, you know?
In her chest.
And there's a girl that I talked to the other day about some blogging thing. I don't know for you. But Rosie, a top dog, man. Rosie, you know this thing a long time. Tell us from Trouble Jet days.
One man push her down a swearing. And believe me, horse, she look for the man till, or when she go home, she still look for the man. Because the man give her a hard push. Till all her phone slide. For sure, all PMP are going bad down. Them all block her. Just to not go in a swearing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for bring them, say them come with peace, them don't come with peace. Don't as a first member got swearing and regret it.
Why them come with, man? They're on a war path.
Remember, everybody we are swearing, you know. Them they parade. Every PMP we are swearing, them they parade. And we stand up. It's as our part for coming in. And we are run for go up. You don't know what them do? Block the tent. The way them sucking themselves. We can't get no way. You know, people for go up with the TV there, you know. Because them sucking pan we, you know. So when Rosie I go swear, you know. I saw the youth part, the crowd, and pull them and say, no, come bear me, because we don't want them boo, Rosie. We are trying to beat to go for the big screen part for we went I will look at woman black Rosie, that big orange. You can say, oh, you're going to feel as a labor. Right? Then them start wet up the youth, where I lead the crowd and lick him with a chain on head. No, you can't disrespect people, so you don't know nobody. You see people, but you don't know them. And then would I say how we start the war. And the policeman stand up and see when them get the youth get the wet up and the licking them head. The police are walk on down a water lane and call him rest of police them with him, the inspector, and stand up down a water lane, make the youth buckle them. For sure he say, is them started? Because he say if I never them started, now you know the police them are gonna stop the war.
Mm-hmm.
Them no want to stop it, brother, because them sister PMP wrong.
Come on.
Because you know them did ever lick Rosie, from this, so them should have, if them ever lick my counsel, from this side to that start. But them never lick her, because she said them don't lick her. Them only one boy sugar.
Dangerous. Yeah, Tara.
The counsel did not have any, she didn't feel secure at her own training ceremony.
Nope.
No, listen me, she take the person that drive her take the wrong part of the road. She never know that it was so many PMP up at the top. When she coming out of the car, she realized, but she still make her way. Because them they are wait for she for going go swearing. You understand me? And the youth Sarah come and block her, one of them shoot her. You understand me? The labor right girl see her and push the youth away and lick him in her chest. And so she get to come down. You understand me? Because she come down there ignorant. And she's not like that. If you get to understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. And the same woman that come up and blushing, Andrew Honest and the finance minister, that's the woman that put the placard in my face.
Wow.
That's the said woman put the placard in my face.
I'm happy it's all over, man.
I'm not doing nothing. I leave her to time because when me not do somebody else did it for me. Want me the door? Can't wait to do that.
You want to see it? You want to see it?
Really?
Yeah.
No, me go look for some medication to school, so me I look how they work and stuff like that. So that's why me in and out time. Me I don't the medication was not them when they started for their work.
There's a spark of magic in you. You know how much work I do right now? I'm doing the work that I needed to do weeks ago. And I'm now knocking it out. Submission to...
Is over for you.
Yeah?
May I spend in Canada in the bottom?
Yeah, I do right now. What's supposed to go? This is was submitted to who?
One time to drama, one, then gone. One shop and now cause somebody about politics. I want
You like what me have cut, such a.
that's the end of our farm page.
Who said I up on fire page? You mean to see that?
Yes, there's a video when you did cuss the bad road when no, that one in the cuss the bad road. No, I want to say, how many municipalities are in Jamaica?
I
ask you a question.
I screen recorded?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It is funny.
But I guess that was highlighting their stupidity though. It was highlighting how stupid they are, isn't it?
No, the person right on it said JLP ignorant. Well, yeah, we ignorant too. When they become so stupid, because you ask a genuine question. And it's like you might try to be on the bush.
Mm-hmm.
But that's your strategy. Either you don't answer direct or you be on the bush.
Marketing at Eneb.
Them never like truly chopper like PMP never truly answer your question yet, you know.
They would never.
They have to go around and come back around. And still the same point.
I must have know if you deal with them, you know, because I know them. They really can't keep up with me, you know. Because
Chopper, they're like the number one JLP TikTok, you know.
Who?
You.
How come? Can't be me.
Because there's nobody else that when you go on everybody else, you hear Chops Media, Chopper this, Chopper that, Chopper in your heart.
I hate my man.
Why? So till I end up in a that little situation there. So then you everywhere, Chopper.
I tell the man to piss off. But him deserve it though, here.
No, some of them do. They just steadfast and they foolish. They just one thing they talk politics, they don't go logic and not Chopper, they just in the party with them.
Dumb man, stupid.
Because it's a valid question they ask. You remember the day, I remember where did I tell Caution? And he hung up on the internet and he was wrong. I did the fact that he was not like it when I'm
telling you, I'm done. So come and tell me, Sir Edward Seaga was Prime Minister in 1979. I'm going to say he's an idiot.
Yeah, I must say that they did it. And
so you're a dunce.
He didn't want to take you on. That's why two of them up in their box and they come in. I try and make a point.
Their life is settled, whatever they believe. Because you are telling me facts, you know, you didn't go say no. I mean, no. Caution, once I get caution on site with facts in house of our next year, you're telling me opposite.
He's conflicted.
Trick by himself. Caution, you can't convince Church and Pride nothing. Them are the one that build propaganda.
Special case that man.
Chopper Caution, we know what truth and it was so well. We look for the internet and the internet told me say, and I saw it go where I asked him where you get that one article a sword.
Yeah, him not ready. Him want next. Him want next in that time.
In loving parties at the chat any food. I know love to make me have no sanity so honesty. You're not talking about politics and then bring it to politics. Like you can't can go with it. And first thing come like to some of them now no bed on long name the after.
Then I'm the what?
No bed like Caution. When in there because sometimes I have to wonder if they put line out with everybody and when in the pan gonna life. And in the pan do repeating no and next year me I say no someone figure Steve. Yeah, worry about JP for you come. Send a PMP story they are worried. He start analysis in so calculation. Like I said, PMP in a pause, JP should not do this. JP should not do that. Like, okay.
I'm going to get a beat, you see.
They gonna say,
nobody can tell me about labor right. Nobody at all. If I come with facts, no dons can come to me. Looking at my posters now, I rose the night. Really hard working. I'm nothing to something.
I'm gonna say about you. Once I win, I don't know PMP win about you. I them alone.
Caution, I like trick them and say no where I live. And you come for me.
Oh really?
All them things the Caution I tell me.
Chopper, you hear this?
He's not threatening you to Tyre.
He called me JLP mattress, but
that's okay. Oh, we are sleep with not JLP now. Tell me about it.
And that me go to me the upper one next time when they chat to me night. I mean say I've never been with anybody in the Jamaica Labour Party. Me not nobody me try to politically involved, not even vote, they no vote. So more like you know, but I mean this effective. Me say Caution don't turn a life for me. I never because me a black woman chopper. Me say then tell me not to be used to black him, you know. After that, me start black him. Because usually mute people and think it disrespectful. I'm not quick to black. But I agree me because I know how much people. I don't date nobody will talk about politics. I've never known anybody that like me that's politically like involved. I always somebody who don't do politics, yet the system. But I was like the one them to try convert. But and if I was dating a politician or somebody who big enough up in a politics, more than they argue with all like a Caution. At least we have somebody more than myself I represent. When I feel be a little more decent now compare me to plus half Caution. You would be beneath me for the argument. Everybody Caution knows something about Chopper delegate, call and go kill. Me and Jay and Chopper they will do 15 million. Who else are there to the mattress? I just said Caution. They make up
what is it, Tyre? We do it for 15 bills.
Jay Brian did tell me that and Caution running there, so we know so them are lickheads outside your TikTok because you won't say it to me first and then Caution come and say.
Oh boy.
And 15 bills. See, right, 15 bills can't even buy 1 10-piece wings, right? Can't even eat 4 bills.
What is that? 10-piece wings.
So then me buy my seafood by like $3,000.
A 3,000 for eat and 4 and 3,500.
I used to buy from other girl. I used to 8 grand for fear until I find somebody cheaper. So not even belly full. I tell me say me would have do it. You're bright. Not even belly full.
Oh God, 15 bills, 2, so $3,000 between you and Jan. Okay.
Yes, sir. Jan will over where
That's a good.
like to eat, and me when I eat chicken. So one hour when me I gonna get for 15 bills.
That's a good deal. It couldn't beat that even if you try.
Papa, which fish me I will get? Fish food me I
don't
will
know.
get for 15 bills.
Some sliced fish.
Fish you eat.
Me eat chicken when me I suffer. And me not suffer from me at 16. So chicken is a one. So that, as in me, from me at 16, me hardly eat chicken. Me eat chicken when it is like, when me are dead and it have to be dry chicken. So me only can eat dry chicken.
I was Monty man.
July. Me only buy dry chicken with dry out. Me only eat chicken with dry. See if the chicken wetty like barbecue and brown stew and curry, me can't eat it. You have to cook to the dry. You know, escovitch stay.
Before you not sleep.
It's just like escovitch fish and some my chicken. Triple now sleep, she and classic. I'm going to text her WhatsApp.
Oh, you know the people in business, so I'm telling you.
Not so many have nobody to text me on WhatsApp.
So I get jealous at Triple Man.
No,
I'm not.
That's my friend. No.
I must be my thought, girls. Chopper, I'm not. I have all of you in the WhatsApp group. Chopper, me have all of the talk to.
So like Triple Man.
And my sister them to talk to, and my mother.
So,
my time shall come.
So like Triple beat you.
Just like when my going into time come soon.
Oh, you like when the finance minister just use it back on them? Time come.
That was too good.
Mm-hmm.
That was so good. That was so good. I remember wish something in a parliament shop and me I try find it back. Me I go look for when Andrew tell me go in like you would say you're a hypocrite. I want to find it. It was about the politician's salary. Mark chat too much. You know, one like you know, Mark I have a person we say like you know for your paper you have C and you copy it and in copy it as D, but the materials they are really there and you don't know they see. And that type of person Mark be.
I want to hear nothing about Mark Warren. Serious miss. I don't want to hear nothing about him.
But time come.
Time come for him pack up and go home back to England.
Chopper, that's the dumbest slogan in my life, you know?
Well, PNP is noted for slogans, my dear.
No, because Chopper, you don't get anything valid up. I think that slogan, like you say, like you make KFC chicken, and you say, I don't buy KFC slogan, I go say pizza, the pizza that keeps or whatever. You know what you sell. You don't know what you sell when it's the time come. Because the time come for JLP go home. Time come for new government. What you sell when your time come? Does time come for what? It can be time come for your ass whooping. It can be time come for the broke apart and Rise United Rise. It can be all kind of time come for what? Every day they get about time come.
Accounting.
Jerry say good. Every day you get about time come for what?
Time come for them mothers trying out them house.
Hear them every day in TikTok Chopper. We are suffer. Me hungry. Me could even afford to send me picnic to school and
a government breed them.
All of us so do. All of us on the Chopper, everybody has suffer. And
but the finance minister say, in community say them not working for that minimum wage. Or if you come from big national TV, come say that.
And community members them tend to say that we have a foot in the door, everyone.
But listen me, but what he gonna do for film community? He must help them
Go government now, not for do with that. We want the government for to put out more money for feeding people them.
Well, we have it by right, by law. You give them their money in the council, so they'll know what to do with their money. If they want to rob you up like they are known to do, chopper, enough for them business.
That is true.
If they want to rob you up and do people them more, I don't know about the fact, but
which county you attack?
No, I'm saying like the parish council answer, right? What PMG have. And them are going to get their money, right? Like everybody else. I'm saying them better to rub up all that money and do little work now because jail.
I must say, deputy and me, I don't Kingston and St. Andrews, you know, we are deputy.
No, but as I'm saying, when they get their money, I hope they use it for what they're supposed to do, the PMP them, because they're not doing what they do, and then come on and try to be in jail for you.
And my going to test, Andrew forgive how much money, you know.
Yeah,
to poor people, you know.
You see, Mark in love use the word poor people too much. Mark only wants to keep the poor, and you know, see it. He keeps the poor people by saying,
it's to my party say work for where you want if you want rich and earn and see where you earn. Me want to go for the rich. Want to see how the rich them, but stop in a papa. Want to stop in a papa. Cause rich affecting rich and big.
No, they're not going to elevate everything.
Poor and poor, see. When they're poor and poor, so you put on papa by yourself and it fall by you.
Every day they say they're poor and this, that they're wicked. And unfortunately, everybody are dead for hunger.
Poor people live in Africa.
Chopper.
Poor people live in Africa.
Yeah.
Chopper, before jail people come up, it look like nobody never did that so far. Jail people make everybody so hungry.
That's about 2 weeks worth of work me just do a while ago. That's a lot of work. Submitted 4 people.
Daddy, do what I do. Do stop doing that, because God see and God know. God have to fight the back here with general election for Andrew. Remember me tell you that. God answer everything, can give my vision to do. Them ever say everything where them have a film, it need to done right in the pipeline. So you see it on the pipeline, take it out long time now, 18 and a half years in the fan, eating at the pipeline. So why not never take it out and use it up? Why not make this little young youth come out and use up it and not borrowing no money from nobody? Right now, I ain't never pay him for borrow money.
They sue and no loan agreement just in case. They might say money and you borrow. They sue and spread that one day.
What you want?
Borrow money and tease with their friends. They must say that.
Yep. Just like how y'all know them, I know how to deal with them. That is the important part. Right, T? I don't know how to deal with them, man. Madam M scare. Don't make them scare, no. There's a spark of magic in you.